This a Chrome Star track. Pretty boy D on the beat.
How you feel? Fired up. How you feel? Fired up. All my real niggas in the club. How you feel? You see how niggas spark your motherfucking lighters if you the hottest nigga in this bitch. How you feel? Yeah, how you feel?
You see how I be grinding? You see respect I'm getting. My success should be a laxative the way it got you shaking. Bitch, I know that you ain't on my level. And you know that you ain't climbing to an ever. I come prepared and you see I'm lacking. And you just like bitches, you get scared when I see I'm begging. The ones that don't understand, see I'm spells come. Now go back a couple bars, maybe you understand it some. Won't you let nigga burn? Wanna see the fire for back? Why I cock back? I'm hotter than a pot. 80, gotta think fast, that spells potato. 80, I stack like Lego, full like Play-Doh. 4 real pesos, not no Play-Doh. Hot like fire, when you gon' learn? You can't ask me, let me burn. That nigga on fire, let him burn. Let him burn. If that nigga on fire, let him burn. Let him burn. He don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. He don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. I'm on fire, let me burn. Fire, let me burn. I don't need no water, won't you let a nigga burn? I'm on fire, let me burn. Fire, let me burn. I don't need no water, won't you let a nigga burn?
You know I'm hot. Gotta make it to the top. Do what I gotta do, move who I gotta move to get that top spot. No one that say I'm rad. The Negro saying fuck me. Is it because I'm rad? But get this fucking money. And he ain't got no fucking legs, so he talking down. So I just DJ on his bitch and make her walk it out. Ain't that the nerve of some up and coming underdog? Who got 3 hits up on the radio? None less. You know I'm a pimp, I'm from that north side of Charleston. Stepping on my J's and get that ass knocked off. And you know we the hottest cause we got this bitch in flames. This is Shewood and Troy. Let's go. Be the game. What's
That
up?
nigga on fire, let him burn. Let him burn. If that nigga on fire, let him burn. Let him burn. He don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. He don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. I'm on fire, let me burn. Fire, let me burn. I don't need no water, won't you let a nigga burn? I'm on fire, let me burn. Fire, let me burn. I don't need no water, won't you let a nigga burn?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AngelOfThyNight Radio, live from Las Vegas. Tonight's show is going to be a real special episode. We're going to cover a lot of ground tonight. I'm sure we'll have incoming callers. I would like to make the show last a couple hours, so just stay tuned. Anyways, if we have any callers off the bat, feel free to call and let me know you're out there. Otherwise, I'm going to continue on with the show. Stoned or not, I will do it. Anyways, if you recently heard the news, I am in Las Vegas. We were going to be based out in the Roseville, Sacramento area, but I ran into a lot of problems. Jackson was one of them. If you haven't heard our last show. Also, I'd like you to welcome Mike Digital. He is now a moderator of the chat room, and he plays a big part in this show. So please say hi to him. And if you haven't checked them out, check them out. Daggy5, digitalphotography.com with a J. So make sure you do check them out. And anyways, I wanted to continue the show from last time as I transitioned from Jackson to the Roseville, Sacramento area. I ended up not doing a show from there. I was about to, and then all of a sudden this just happened in my life where I picked up the pieces and I ended up heading all the way out to Las Vegas. I'll tell you, that's like some fucking Mad Max shit, man. I got no fucking windows in my goddamn car. So, my sons, they got their fucking goggles, swimming goggles on, and, they're acting like Mad fucking Max, sticking their hands out the window. It's like, what the fuck am I raising here tonight? So we're sitting down, going down the highway. I'm going about 9,500 miles an hour, Get to a gas station. I'm like, God damn, these kids are fucking stressing me out. I need a smoke, So I go into a Chevron station, I pull out my pipe, it's packed with fucking marijuana, and a sheriff pulls up behind me, and he's all looking, and the pipe's in my hand, I'm just like smiling, I'm like, God, I'm thinking to myself, this is fucking Fresno. Everybody smokes, including most of the police officers I heard smoke in Fresno. a little, I wouldn't say it's little. It's about 400,000 people, and most of them are hippies, you know, and I don't know, Fresno seemed really cool when I was out there, but to be able to smoke, just walk in a gas station, go use the restroom and smoke, and of course someone with me said, I cannot believe you did that. Well, I fucking believe it. I am the Lord, so, you know, anything's possible, right? So anyways, you know, I decided to come down to Las Vegas. I'm going to be here for about 2 months. I'm going to do paranormal investigations. I'm going to visit the Gothic Club. I already got a date for that. She thinks she's a vampire. She likes necks, you know, and everything else. That's fine. You know, she'll gladly welcome other women into our little family, right? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the goth clubs in Vegas. I got some really chilling places out here to investigate. You know, once you go out into the desert, it's all fucking dark. You don't see a hand in front of your face. It's scary as shit. You go out there, you get scared. You fucking turn white as a goddamn ghost. It's like you think you see ghosts? No, you're the fucking ghost running through the desert. It's, you know, you go down those dirt roads, you don't know what you might see. Fucking, I mean, look at me. I went to the ghost town of Rhyolite, and the fucking caretaker, he's hiding in his fucking van with his shotgun. He ain't coming out at night. So I know why he didn't come out at night. I went a couple 100 feet, and this giant flying fucking creature flew over my car. What it was, I don't know. I heard it, and the other person seen it, and once that other person seen it, that was it. It was all over. They're like, I ain't getting out of the fucking car. All right, so there's some strange shit going on outside Las Vegas. I'm glad to be here. I got a mine with human sacrifices out here and bodies and all kinds of weird rituals going on. I will traverse through the mines if I can find an urban explorer who can help me repel. I'd like to go back out there and do an expedition. It might go a mile deep, but you need each level is about 100 feet down, and you got to repel into these pits. Or you can walk across a bridge, but the bridge is kind of, you know, beat up, and it's like, well, you know, if you fall 50 to 100 feet, it's kind of going to hurt, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm the Lord, so I'll probably live. Probably break a hip and a knee and a leg, and I'll be walking on crutches the rest of my life in some cemetery, but, you know, hey. So anyways, that's why we need experienced urban explorers, because that's, you know, that's just something we need on our team. You know, people say, hey, you're a paranormal, you know, investigator, but why is it that you only really find urban explorers? Well, see, urban explorers are pretty cool people. And they know how to live it up. They know how to smoke. Paranormal investigators, I don't meet any paranormal investigators who like to fuck, who like to party, who like to drink and smoke. Hell, I like to do all those things, all packed into one. So that's why I hang out with the urban explorers, because they're a little more crazy like I am, you know. But we definitely need people out here to participate. I am staying with family right now, and, you know, the funniest thing about staying with family is they watch everything you do. And you get a pussy connection, they're staring. You know, you're on the computer trying to hook up a little pussy, and they're fucking sitting there staring. You know, you can't goddamn win. You're like, Jesus, I'm being fucking watched no matter where I turn. You know, it's great. I mean, you show up at the families, it's great. You know, you get welcomed with the fucking bong. They're like, hey, you know, we got a license, we're growing it, so, you know, here's the bong. So, I got here to Vegas in the evening, like 7 at night. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm in goddamn Vegas again, the desert. You know, and I was thinking, what the hell comes out good about Vegas? Well, cheap breakfast, $1.99. Pussy galore. You know, there's like 10 women to every man. I know, all ladies, you may think that's sexist, but the truth is that that's what Vegas is about. You know, you got strippers, you got escorts, you got porn stars, you got models, you know, you got everything in Las Vegas. And these girls aren't like California girls. These girls are in your fucking face. It's like, hi, my name's Lord Rick. I run a paranormal group. Next minute, you know, it's like I get the phone number and they're like, hey, when are we going to hang out? It's like, how did we get from, you know, paranormal group to a little bit of fucking, you know? Jesus. But anyways, you know, the women are really direct. I love the women in Vegas. It's not just, you know, the sex part, but the women have more class and they're more cultured and diverse, because that's the type of town Vegas is. It's not historical, but there's so much shit to do. It cultures you as an individual. And a lot of the women, you know, they come from all these other states to come here for work. You know, so people are cultured. There's an Asian community here. And, you know, I go on MySpace. The first thing I do is look for Asian girls. When that don't pan out, I look for the, you know, Latina girls or the white girls last. Because, you know, it's like these white girls, most of them turn out to be fucking hookers. At least out here in Vegas, you know, you meet a hooker. She's like, well, you know, I am a cultured lady today. Blowjob on the fucking house, you know. I'm from fucking Europe. Why not? I'll suck you, and suck you, you know. Sucky. But anyways, But anyways, that's just the way it goes in Las Vegas, you know. And I was sitting there in Roseville, California. You know, the Salvation Army put me up at a room. I was homeless. Let me say it again. I was goddamn fucking homeless. Okay, call me a bum, call me what you will. I understand that things happen to people, and some of those things are life learning experiences. And, you know, if your car breaks down and you're stranded in town, you got no money, you got kids and cats, to be able to overcome that and to end up here in Las Vegas to get my life together is like a dream come true, you know. And I like to think positive. Well, you know, hosting the show from Vegas the next couple months, not a bad idea. Investigating up in the fucking mines and shit, not a bad fucking idea. I go up to Area 51 and I'll sit there with my hands up. I'll raise my hands in the desert. I'll be like, take me goddamn fucking away. Abduct me, alien, sex me. I don't give a fuck. Just put me up above the earth, you know. That's the way I feel. And so anyways, you know, there's just a lot of madness going on in my life, and the Salvation Army paid for this room, and, you know, I had a swimming pool. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I got a goddamn pool, you know, what the fuck? I know people all over the world because of what I do, and it always doesn't have to be about paranormal. Friendship's friendship, man. It don't matter, you know, what you're into, ghosts, UFOs, whatever. I personally don't care, you know. I like to make friends and meet people along the way in my journeys. So, you know, so friendship goes a really long ways. And anyways, I forgot what I was going to say because the thing is, you know, I hit this bong. It's called Bert. You never finish the goddamn thing off. You put your weed in there, you smoke, and it fucking bites back, and you just can't burn it out. Well, I hit Bert about 6 times today. Yeah, 6 times Bert hit me. So I'm a little bit ripped right now, you know. But anyways, going on with my story, I was in Roseville, and now I remembered. And this girl, you know, on Craigslist, because, you know, hey, we all do personal ads. We want to meet people, you know. I mean, guys have needs and wants. Women have needs and wants, you know. So this girl sits there and tells me, you know, plays the good girl act. My friend, she's a whore, but I'm not a whore. And if we meet, we ain't fucking. I said, okay, we're not fucking then. So she says, I said, since we're not fucking, there's no need for you to come up to my hotel room. I said, but, you know, if you want to hang out, we can go to the park, we could smoke one, we can go to the mall and smoke one, we could smoke one in your car. Then it changed to, well, hey, Lord Rick, you know, I really want some drinks. I'm like, yeah? Goddamn homeless bum, man. Room paid for the bishop gave me food, and the Salvation Army gave me shelter. All right, I'm not ashamed to say that's what those organizations are there for. And, you know, we'll volunteer for them and donate to them, too. That's how PGS is. You know, one hand helps the other, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this girl finds out I'm a fucking bum, you know. So she's like, well, I don't want to go outside. I want to come to your fucking room. I said, well, you know, you ain't fucking. We ain't fucking, so why do you want to come to my room? I said, I offered you a pool. Hell yeah, you know, it's hard to find a good pool these days. Well, I was at the Best Western. You know, they got a big-ass nice pool. This one was a nice deep one. This one was a great pool. This girl don't want to fucking get in a bikini. So I started saying, maybe this girl's fucking obese, man. Maybe this girl's got some fucking cottage cheese on the ass, you know? Well, girl ends up fucking telling me she's apprehensive to meet. You know, she's like, you got no money for drinks and I can't treat. I said, I didn't ask you to treat. I mean, I said, why don't you just fucking set me up with your whore? That's what I said, set me up with your whore. That's how I said it. And I picked on her all night through fucking text messages. And it turns out that there was no other girl, that this girl was like a fucking hooker. And she wanted to go to a hotel room because she wanted to see what she could milk as far as money off me. And, you know, that's not me, man. The type of guy I am is like, let's get the fuck together and let's fucking smoke one. You know, that's the type of man I am. Anyways, we're going to go on break for about 10 seconds. I always need a breather when I do the show because I got cotton mouth from smoking. You know, this is live in Las Vegas. Busy token smoking. Check us out at www.paranormalghostsociety.org. I'll be right back. back from break, and this is AngelOfThyNight Radio. And I am glad to be hosting live from Las Vegas. It's a special privilege. I can sit here and look at palm trees and mountains all day long. But yeah, it's definitely been a 3-month journey for me, and I haven't done any paranormal investigations. I have, I have, but not on record. And sitting there for 3 months in fucking California, it was an amazing journey. I've been up in 6,000 feet, 13,000 feet, Yosemite, fucking Sonora, Placerville, Sacramento, Angels Camp, the foothills, 20-mile lonely roads up in the mountains. I've been in fields of fucking daisies and on the edge of a cliff smoking. The shit I've done is just endless, and I have no regrets what happened. In about a week I will get my own place, and I will be setting up my computer so that way I could get work cut up. Yo, what's up, man?
Dude, you have to remod me in the chat, bro. I had to log in and out. I've been trying to get you to look at the screen, but that's just not happening.
I could make trying to get my attention. Shit, yeah, I could make you mod again on the screen. I just have.
Yeah, I lost sound and I had to refresh it. When I did, I had no more superpowers, and that sucked. So
Jesus,
you were on your own for a bit there.
You lost being fucking Superman, huh?
That sucks. Now
okay,
I just have to, if I lose you, I just have to open it in a new window and then moderate from a second window. I'll figure it out. I'm smart like that.
Now
they're all laughing at me.
We got to give you some ghostly superpowers.
This is real professional, Rick. Let me tell you. I feel like Gary Delabate. There it is. See, I am now a moderator. I can rule the universe, unmute callers, push the earth with my hands.
What I need is
all right, cool. No shit, right? All right, listen, I'm going to let you get back to your thing. I'm going to call in a little bit later and harass you, but you're on a roll. I feel bad. I cut in.
Okay,
I cut in like a bad dancer. So I'll be back, though. And anyone listening, call and bug Rick, because he needs people to call all the time. All right, later, Rick.
Okay, later, man. Okay, that was Mike Digital. As you can see, he's the room moderator, so he'll be keeping people in line, I'm pretty sure. And if you haven't gone on the board, it's Daggy 5. It's a spectacular board. I'm one of these people that, I'm hard on my own members, but his group and what he's done is very active. Like I said, everybody gets along pretty good. You see a lot of drama on other boards. Hell, I got it on my own, and we try to, shoo that away and stuff. And, of course, some of my boards have been around for 7, 8 years, but we get, paranormal investigators are generally shy. Now, urban explorers, yeah, very outgoing people. So that's just my experience, and I don't miss a heartbeat. I analyze everything. It's like that movie, Analyze This, Analyze That. I got like owl eyes behind my head, type of guy. And even when I'm stoned, I'm like, whoa, I'm fully aware of what's happening here. Just a little out there flying away, But anyways, I do know some people in Las Vegas. I got a friend I lost him when my MySpace profile got deleted, but this is a person I've known for 10 years, can't find him now, and he's cool as hell. He hangs with strippers all day fucking long. It's like, this is the guy I want to fucking hang with. He's got the fucking brand new 2008 sports car. He's got fucking models around him. He sits there, we barbecue, we smoke, we drink. I miss those times. I come back to Vegas, I want to share those times, Good fellas, right? Yeah. But anyways, I will be returning to California in about 2 months. I'm hoping to spend time out here in Vegas while I apartment search in California. That way I can at least get back to a place out near Roseville. Folsom's beautiful with the river that runs through the town, but that's a high drug town. They sit there in Folsom Lake, and that's what everybody does, ecstasy and fucking cocaine, all these drugs. And we're not saying we condone those drugs, what I mean? We're not, if you believe me, we're not, never mind, I can't even get it straight. But we don't condone it with minors, and use at your own risk. That way nobody can get me in trouble and complain. But anyways, what do you feel about the presidential election? And, if you listeners want to call in later down the road and just say your opinion or say something, I'm cool as hell with that. I don't care if you say fuck on my show. Excuse me, I'm just looking at things to make sure that I am okay. There's anyone walking around in public smoking a pipe and doing a radio show. It kind of looks suspicious, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, presidential election, down to Obama and McCain. Both not my choice. Hey, Obama. Who the fuck is Obama? Who the hell cares who Obama is? I don't care. Do you care? Just another president, just another public figure in office. And McCain, he's fucking old, man. It's like, what they need is a guy like me for president. I'm 33 years old. I'll get in office, and I'll confess my sins. I will confess to the whole world. And that, well, what kind of president does that? Think about it. I'd be the best president ever. Be like, this guy is straight up honest. I'd be like, yes, I fucking did bang my secretary. Got a problem with it? I'm still doing my job. Taxes are down. I'm a little wham bam. Who the fuck cares, You're going to be living a presidential lifestyle. You're going to be living like you are Hugh Hefner. If you ain't living like Hugh Hefner, you shouldn't be president. That's what being president's about, really. These guys got money and power and office and parties to attend. They got a ball every fucking week with a little fucking shot of fucking $7 to $20 of Patron, Patron Silver, the good shit. It's madness, man. It's madness being president. But come on, think about it. Obama for president, McCain for president, or Lord Rick for president. Turkeys for everybody on Thanksgiving. Legalization of marijuana. Hell, prostitution legal. You make prostitution legal, the child molesters will stop. The child molesters will die down. So will the sex offenders and all the rapists. Because now, if you got legalization of prostitutes, you gotta say, hey, I got $5 in my pocket for a hand job. What the fuck? Why break the law and go to jail? But see, that's why there's sex offenders in the city. It's got to be stopped. The only way to stop, you got to legalize hookers. You got to say, hey, it's like Canada. It's like being in fucking Amsterdam or something. Just put it out there. Be like, hey, prostitution's fucking legal. Do it at your own fucking risk. Sign it, pass it through fucking Senate. It's all goddamn fucking gravy from there, man. Jesus. Like I said, Lord Rick, for your president. Maybe I'll run in 4 years. I'll let things die down. McCain, he's getting old and everything else, and Obama, he ain't going to rerun again. But McCain's probably going to win because of, we're talking Republican here. I fucking turn on the fucking news today. I see Hillary Clinton with her arm around Obama. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Bill Clinton, is this a payback to Bill fucking Clinton? Oh, damn you, Bill, you fucking fuck that Monica Miller, whatever the fuck, Lewinsky or whatever her name is. And she's like, probably, hey, Bill, does she do it better than I do? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get you back. And I'm going to, well, obviously, who knows what's going on behind closed doors, but I see her backing him up. It's like whatever happened to just running to the end as president, 5, 6 presidents running. It ain't like that. They all drop out, and then they fucking butt-cheek goddamn kiss. Ass kiss Hillary Clinton. I'm backing up Obama. It's like the reason why you dropped out is because you were bashing Obama. Now you're dropping out because of, because you think Obama's going to win, so you got your arms around him. What it is, I'm going to tell you what it is. She wants that vice president position because vice president's a very powerful position. The president goes and plays golf all the time. Who do you think runs the fucking office? The goddamn president. This is Cheney's war. This ain't George Bush's war. This is Cheney's war, and because that motherfucker, excuse my French, arrest me, U.S. government. But I'm entitled to call people a motherfucker. I'm a motherfucker. Hell, when they call me a son of a bitch, I am a son of a bitch, all right? My mom was Italian, all right? Get your face slapped if you did something bad. You had sauce on Sundays. That's what you had, sauce. And garlic bread, too. But anyways, that's the whole thing when you grow up in an Italian family. It's like always being stoned all the time. Eat. My grandma's like, manja, fucking ripping them and shit. Eat, fucking more. Son, your stomach's not plump enough. Eat more. That's how it is when you're, living the Italian life. But anyways, on the news, I heard in Las Vegas that gas prices are to plummet by September. Not even plummet. They're actually to rise to about $7 a gallon. Okay, I don't know about you, but most of you have a 6-cylinder vehicle. Some, I drive a 4 because it's better on gas. But, it costs me over $50 right now to fill the tank. And, a lot of families going homeless. It's one of the reasons why I was homeless, and I'm still homeless. Even though I'm living with family, I got my own room right now and all this shit, you know, I will not be homeless till I have a place of my own in the next week. And I'm going to be stuck staying in one of those fucking weekly apartments. There's going to be fucking hookers getting pounded against the bed next door. I'm never going to get no goddamn sleep. Since I'm the Lord, I'm very outgoing and talk to everybody, so I'm sure I get a little bit of that on the side, you know? Yeah, I know, I'm so awful. I'm as raw as it gets. But anyways, you know, that's the way Vegas works. You know, people direct, people blunt, people cool. Everybody's about the party, the token, the smoking, the sex, everything. I love this scene. You know, and who knows? Like I always laugh. I'm like, maybe I'll find my soulmate in Vegas. And then people are laughing. They're like, ha, ha, ha. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know, Vegas is the weirdest place. Because, like, you know, you hear a girl say, I'm from Las Vegas. You think, oh, God, she's a dancer and a stripper. And a lot of times these girls are fucking good girls, man. I talked to a girl from Hong Kong from here. Good girl. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, I'm living in a goddamn another country. Vegas is like living in fucking Europe. You sit there, you smoke. People fucking join you. Girls are like, let's smoke, let's fuck. I don't care if we got a fucking boyfriend or whatever, you know. But anyways, in the news, I don't know if it was about a year ago, there's a boneyard that was found outside Las Vegas, said to be one of the biggest dinosaur boneyards in the continental USA. I don't know if it's true, but I know that on the outskirts of Las Vegas, they have discovered a lot of large dinosaur bones. And I thought this was interesting. You know, I'm a dinosaur man. Yeah, like that fucking movie, Journey to the Center of the Earth. There's dinosaurs in that, you know? It makes you wonder, is there a lost world out there? You know, an ulterior parallel universe, alternate, I can't even pronounce it, alternate realities, kind of like the movie Sliders. Same characters always in it, just different worlds, different universes going on at the same time. So, you know, the boneyard tells a lot about when the dinosaurs existed. Obviously, this was not Mojave Desert all the time, but you can see where the desert's spreading. You go into California and get towards Bakersfield, you can see green grass all the way up to the edge of the fucking desert, and then it just turns brown and dead. And, you know, deserts don't shrink. Deserts keep actually growing. And most of the West will probably be desert due to global warming. And let me tell you why. Because in Roseville, it was getting to 105, 106 degrees. And I've asked a lot of people, what was it like 10, 20 years ago? And same answer. 85, 89, you know. Now it's 106 degrees. That's a huge temperature increase in a matter of 10 to 20 years. In another 20 years, it's going to get to 115 in Roseville. The shit's going to die. The desert is going to expand. So just so we get this clear, so, you know, I don't think I'll be living in California my whole life. Actually, not really. The further north you go, the more, you know, the more cooler it gets, more precipitation. And then when you get to Seattle, that's all it does. It just rains constantly. But anyways, what do you think about this fucking war? Okay. You know, we hear this often about the Iraqi war, and we think, you know, this, you know, some people want to fight because they're like, I'm going to get them terrorists, you know. But then, you know, I mean, isn't it after so many years time to say bye? We came to your country, we captured your leader, killed a lot of you, killed a few 100,000 of you, destroyed your country. The war should end and we should be rebuilding. We're not rebuilding. We are still pulverizing that country piece by piece. They go out in the jungle, they take out 20 guys, you know. They got the city secure, but it's more American ran. U.S. flags, American soldiers walking down the street. What is so interesting about Iraq? Because, see, when they went for their oil, it backfired. All the oil was caught on fire, which thus raised our gas prices. The wars raised our gas prices. Not only has the war raised our gas prices, but other prices too. Food prices, insurance rates. Government's going into a recession. And a lot of people are hurting for it, especially the tractor-trailer industry. They pay more for gas, therefore food goes up twice as much. No more $1.59 gallons of milk. $4, $5 a gallon. $5 a gallon for gas. Think about it. Doesn't matter how good of a job you have. Everybody says, hey, Rick, you ain't making no money. You're a fucking bum. And it's like you're making some money and you still ain't making your fucking bills. So we're all in the same boat. And it's because of this war that has caused this recession. And I wish people would understand what I'm saying. And, you know, there's a little thing on my members list. A man said, God bless this country and save it. Or God save this country. That's what it said. There is no saving this country. Pilgrims came over here on the count that they were goddamn fucking gonna, you know, do their own thing aside from England. So the Pilgrims, you know, they eat with Squanto, you know. They're fucking the Indian girls. Everybody's fucking getting stoned, fucking running nude all over the goddamn place. It's like one fucking orgy on a goddamn nudist beach, all right? They're running all over the fucking place, you know, hard-ons, everything, eating fucking turkey, and they're like, this is fucking America, man. This is home of the freedom. But see, that freedom change. If I fucking run down my fucking package hanging out down the road, you're going to be thrown in jail and be on a sex list. Because why? Because I chose to swing? I was fucking born swinging, all right? I was born to swing. And I can't fucking swing in public. So are we living in a free society? No, because they came on the premonition that God would save and create this country. Thing is, that only works for people who believe in God. They believe in higher powers a lot of times as a way to feel secure because they don't want to burn in hell. And, you know, speaking of burning in hell, I went to the Salvation Army. My car broke down again, went out to a parking lot, I fixed it, and I was so fucking hungry. And I was stoned. I was smoking in the goddamn fucking park fixing the car. The kids are, and they're playing on the swings, you know, and everybody's jogging past me. I'm fucking smoking here and there. And, you know, and I fixed the car, and they had a free spaghetti dinner at the Salvation Army. You know, and there's homeless people, there's crackheads, there's homeless people, and I ate with them. I sat in the middle of it all. And they shook my hand. They said, Lord bless you. God bless you. I just kept shaking my hand because I was like, I am in the house of the Lord. And, you know, I'm walking around. People are shaking my hand. I'm eating spaghetti dinner. They're serving me chocolate cake. I never ate so good in my goddamn life. That spaghetti was delicious. 3-4 fucking plates later, I'm buying it, looking at me like I'm stoned. You know, I'm shaking everybody's hand. I'm shaking the captain's hand or pastor or whatever. You know, and then they're like, we got a ceremony going on upstairs. They're like, we'd like you to come to church. So the Lord, me, the Lord, I go into the church. I'm thinking, God, I'm gonna fucking burn, this place is gonna burn down in my presence. You know, the holy water's gonna start fucking boiling, and there's ladies with tambourines, you know, their hands are shaking, they're reaching towards the fucking sky, like, help me, salvation, Lord, you know. And I'm just sitting there like quietly, legs fucking, you know, a nice stance, sitting in a chair, just back real humble. And I'm looking and I'm smiling real fucking big, you know. I'm thinking, God, all these songs about our Savior and our Lord, you know. And, you know, you sit there and, you got to look at religions with a little bit of humor. You got to. You can't take everything too serious in life. Every religion has some humor going on, you know. So these ladies are reaching towards the sky. They're reaching for the fucking spirit. I'm like, you know, the spirit's right around me. You don't need to reach to the sky, you know. And, of course, I sat there through church, and then I got about 3 lectures that night. One was I was going to burn in hell if I did not accept Jesus into my heart. And it's like, well, wait a second, you know, I'm a Lord, he's a Lord, we're all Lords. Us men are Lords. Some of us aren't Lords. You know, I could think of a few people out there who aren't, but I could think of a few people who are Lords. It's like Lord Byron of hockey, man. The Lord of fucking hockey. I'm the Lord of the fucking paranormal, all right? The afterworld, the underworld, parallel dimensions, UFOs, ghosts, you name it, monsters, crazy shit that you don't know about, stuff you can't explain. That's what I am. I am the unexplained. I am the Lord. And, of course, I sat there in that church, and when he asked to get on the altar, and he looked at me, he's like, get on the altar, accept Jesus as your Savior. I fucking walked out. You know what? I came out to my car. About 10 minutes I was gone. Someone stole my kitten, Coco. It's 8 weeks old. They stole her. It's a great fucking cat. That cat used to keep my neck warm at night. 8 weeks or not, that cat was only a few inches big. cat would climb up on my fucking neck. That cat would lick my fucking nostrils. I mean, hell, your nose is running. It gets crusty. The cat fucking cleans it up. You don't even need you can't afford Q-tips because you're goddamn fucking homeless. Well, you got a fucking Q-tip that runs without fucking batteries. Sure, kitty, 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 kitty. That's what went on. Someone kidnapped, they animal napped my baby Coco. That's what they did. They stole her right from my arms. And believe me, I was pissed. Next day, I put up posters, missing cat. Because it was like, this cat was bottle fed. This is Sneezer's baby. So, I'm telling you, Sneezer's been depressed. I've never seen a cat talk so much in my life. And I got this cat. His name's Sneezer. Got big balls, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. Balls are big. He likes to fuck cats. He fucks like a goddamn rabbit. He fucking knocked up this other one that went missing in the woods. She killed her kittens by mistake, but Coco, he took care of Coco. He was the mommy. Because he's a lion. He's got to play both parts, So anyways, he's got big balls. Everybody is astounded by this cat's balls. I don't want to cut him, but he's spraying my in-law's house. My father-in-law's getting mad. It's like he's spraying everywhere. I smell piss. I smell spray. And he's talking to, there's 3 female cats here. He's been fucking pumping them all. He's been banging them all. There'll be kittens all over the goddamn place. Meow, meow, I have enough kittens to go around for all day, he fives. Actually, I think these females are fixed, so he's just nutting for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nutting for nothing. But he's still nutting, which I could say is far more than what I've been doing these last few months, because I'll tell you what, if you ever want sex in California, it is very hard to get. And we got some music effects.
Free video game demo. It's right now, and it's here at the Ron. Everyone's a little bitter.
Sounds like a TV. Anyway,
hey!
Yesterday, I was Stones. Who's there?
Hey, this is Black Sam. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, man. There's lots of pussy out in L.A.
Yeah, in Las Vegas.
No, man, Los Angeles, nigga. Hey, man, you gotta be black to that pussy.
Yeah, well, that's Southern California, but Northern and South are 2 different things.
Hey, where you from, man?
I'm in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Hey, man, I'm telling you what, we go to the fucking scores out there. I'll get you some pussy out there.
All right, hook me up, man. Hook me up.
So you chilling, man. What you doing, man?
Well, we're trying to have a show here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're discussing hookers, man. Hookers,
Hookers? I got lots of hookers. I got hookers working for me.
Do you think prostitution should be legalized?
Hell yeah, nigga. Yeah, all day long.
Awesome, man. That's all
Hey.
I needed to know.
I'm going to tell you what, man. I get you a bitch out here in L.A., man. Hey, all you got to do is go down to the fucking sands. You fucking you get a hoe, you say Black Sam. Hey, she'll suck your dick for free.
Oh, shit. My type of
Yeah.
woman, man. I will be coming to Los Angeles. I will. All right.
You got to come, man. Hey. So what you doing, man?
Well, we're live in Las Vegas. And
Live in Las Vegas?
You live. Yeah.
Hey, man, you got to go to scores for that shit.
I'll be going to California back very soon, man. I'll be going back.
You're right.
Yeah. So you ain't getting no pussy out there in Las Vegas?
Oh, am I ever? Las Vegas
Yeah?
is the place. Oh, yeah, I know lots of nice women, I'll tell you. They're going to be...
I got some white women. I got black. I got white women. I got black women. I got fucking Hispanic women that suck your dick dry, son.
It sounds, if you could get some Chinese for me, I wouldn't mind some Chinese women,
Oh, you like that slant pussy? You like that slant pussy? That's all right, man. I'll hook you up with some slant.
Slanted pussy's more my style, man. Nice
Yeah,
and
man.
tight.
That's all good. Hey,
That's all
hey, nigga, I'll hook you up with...
LA, hook me up.
I'll hook you up, man. I'll hook you up with a nice, tight Asian bitch.
Yeah. Introduce me to a couple, man. I'll smoke you out.
Fuck smoke, nigga. I got coke. We do hard drugs out here, nigga.
Yeah.
So like, mate, hey, do you know Jamal?
No, man. I don't know anybody. I don't even know if I'm coming or going, man.
Baby, coming and going. Hey, man.
I don't know
Hey, how long you been on this motherfucker?
I'll be on for 2 hours.
2 hours? Shit, my boy been on this bitch. My boy been on this bitch for like a year and a half.
I'll be here for 2 hours if you want to call in again.
All right, man. I'm gonna find you an Asian hooker. How about that?
All right, go for it.
All right, man. Where you at? You in Las Vegas? I'll have her come to your hotel room, whatever. She'll suck your dick. I ain't lying, dude. I'm for real. I'll get a bitch come out there and she'll suck your dick, for real.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna find you an Asian hooker.
You call me back. We set this shit up live on the show. All right.
All right, man. Hey, you gotta fuck her live on the show, cause you got nothing straight out there, ass.
This is AngelOfThyNight Radio. We do these things, man.
All right, man. All right, we good.
Yeah, we good. Hook it up. I'll tell you where I'll meet her. All right, folks. You just heard that. This is Las Vegas. This is the shit that goes on. Okay, by no means is this prostitution. Do you know why? Because I have no money. I'm not paying for anything. I'm just Lord Rick and the host of this show, which makes me a little bit more special. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, in Las Vegas, sex is like pizza delivery. You know, you call out, they come in. A long time ago. Well, I'm not going to get into that story, though. That's no good. I'll get into another story. It's called The Sins of the Lord. And I thought on the show we could take it to the next level, man. And I thought, man, I need to start telling my fucking sins to my guests so they know that I am not a man of purity. Because even the Lord can sin. If you've ever been to church, they tell you the sins of the Lord, you know. And I started saying, hey, this is some biblical times we're goddamn fucking living in. You know, I started seeing the signs. For example, I ate dinner with fucking Joseph and fucking Mary. I kid you not. This guy looks like fucking Joseph. Like fucking super tall. He's fucking got scruff hair growing in. His hair's fucking curly on top. Same color. I'm eating fucking dinner with Joseph. All right? And his girlfriend looks like the Virgin fucking Mary. I mean, you compare the pictures, that was the fucking Virgin Mary. So I ate the Last Supper with the fucking Virgin Mary and Joseph, all right? And I was the Lord. And I straight out told them, we were sitting there having the Last Supper, because that next day that woman kicked me out. She kicked my kids out for drinking her Kool-Aid. It wasn't her Kool-Aid. I bought the Kool-Aid for the kids. I'm the man that buys the fucking treats. Everybody knows that. The treats, man. The beer, the booze, the weed, the fucking, you know, not the women, but, you know, I bring the women. I like to think I bring the women, you know. But anyways, woman kicks us out. And the night before she kicked us out, I said, hey, I hope this is not our Last Supper. I said, Joseph and Mary, and I looked at them both. Okay? Because I'm telling you, man, his middle name is Joseph, and he looks like Joseph. And her name is Chantel. And it's like, I know really your name's Mary. Don't fucking lie to me, bitch. So, anyways, it turns out that was the first sign, okay, which has made me think about revealing my sins to show you that I am Lord Rick, to show you that I am the host of this show. My sins and my good deeds. I'll give you my good deeds. My good deeds is I brought my cat under a house with 3 female cats. This means he can get his pecker wet and his hairy balls every single fucking night. Secondly, sins. For every sin, there's a good deed with me. And since I'm in Sin City, I wanted to commit the greatest sin of all. So today I have committed adultery. And anyways, I'm sitting there, okay, and I posted an ad, and some married woman replied. And the married woman's like, you know, I need passion. I got shit missing out of my life. I need passion. I need erotic fantasies. I need to be fucked off. And, you know, this girl replies to me, I like what I'm hearing. I'm thinking, you know, hey, this girl is fucking wanting it. This girl wants some fucking cock. And we're sitting there, you know, and it's just, oh, man, I lost my place again. See, I need a reminder to sit next to me. But anyways, let's try to go on with the story. As I go through this gate right now, we are in Vegas, and I am local and live. The girl, you know, is like, I want to have an affair, you know. I want to cheat. She acted like she was a big player. She acted like she knew how to play the game. You know, I'm married, and a lot of married girls in Vegas play. There's a lot of swingers, you know. I mean, open marriages, open relationships, swinging. It's kind of like my lifestyle, too, you know. And this girl, you know, sits there and she's text messaging me, and she's like, I'm all wet at work for you in my skirt, and I'm getting these fucking sexual text messages for the last 3 days. I was hard to look. You can't come to my family's house. I'll shock the shit out of them. I was like, Scott, baby, we gotta fuck at the park. So we gotta play at the park. Today I go to the fucking park, you know, and she's all changed her mind. I don't want to fucking do this. This is bad. This is real bad. You know, I had her skirt fucking ripped up in the middle of the park. There's skateboarders and everything. You know, I take my hand, shove it in her leg, start feeling her. She's like, oh. She's like, do you want to go to the bathroom and fuck? I was like, ding, 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 ding. I'm at the park feeling up on you. What do you think I want to do? I said, I don't care where we do it. I said, they could be the park, the elevator, the fucking car, but I want some sex, all right? I just came to Las Vegas. It's crazy, all right? It was like Mad Max driving through the desert. I have no windows. I have a windshield. I have no windows. So I'm driving through the desert for 3-4 fucking hours. My eyeballs are drying out. You know, the guy wants a bean pie. He wants to stick his finger in a cream pie or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let the man do it. You know, I could have died with the way the condition is of my car. I'm here in Las Vegas. And today, she grabs my hand. And she's a pretty cute girl. And she's probably about in her 40s, but, you know, a pretty woman. Vegas and women are very pretty. And I had a pretty girl today. I had her at the park. I'm not going to tell you which park, okay, but I'm going to tell you something. We went to the men's bathroom. She said, I want to be slammed good against the fucking bathroom stall wall. I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this? Turn around and go in the men's bathroom. Some dude sitting there in a fucking park truck staring at us. She walks out real quick. She goes, no, it ruined it for us. I said, no, it didn't. So, baby, we're going in the women's fucking bathroom. So me, you know, I got in a woman's bathroom with this fucking girl. I had to be quick, you know. There was no time for, like, half-hour fun wham-bams, you know. This was a quickie. You know, real quick, you know, it's like, let's get in the bathroom stall, let's take turns on each other, and let's just fucking go. Well, we walk out of the woman's bathroom. Another truck pulls up, and I got another truck watching me. Okay, so now I got 2 park recreation trucks. They know what I was in those bathrooms doing. They know I was in those goddamn bathrooms caught with my fucking pants down, getting a little fucking action. Yeah, it's obvious. You walk out of the woman's bathroom with a fucking hard-on. How the hell would you take that? With a fucking hard-on. I walked out of that fucking bathroom, and I was spotted by Park Recreation. And we had to hurry and jump in her vehicle, and I told her, so we need to get the heck out of here. We probably got the cops fucking coming, you know. And, you know, I go in the bathroom, have a little wham-bam, I fucking come out, and, you know, everybody's staring at me. Everybody knows that I was in the bathroom fucking around. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it's been a long time since I've had a redhead. Let me ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. If you were up in the Jackson area and you met a bearded woman, wouldn't you die to get to Las Vegas just to get a decent piece of ass? It would be like going up to Hillbilly Land and fucking Santa Claus. And you fuck Santa Claus. Ladies, wouldn't you want some fucking guy, you know, it's like Chad Smith from The Matrix, or Mr. Smith, yeah, you know, you want to get stuff, you know. I was a little too spiffy for Jackson, so I fucking, you know, went to Roseville, and that was a joke. I tried to join a lesbian community. Now, picture this lesbian community. And I walk in, I say, I'm Lord, I need a place to stay. And that's exactly what I did, all right? The lady said, fine, give you a place to stay, but you got to get rid of Sneezer with the big balls. I'm like, you ain't getting rid of my big balls, cat. My big balls cat's staying right where I want it. It's a Sneezer. He's got some big fucking nuts, man. I'm not going to sell that cat. Fucking cat's a prized possession. He can win cat shows. Make me some money. I'm a poor fucking guy, you know. Stick him in a cat show, I'll be fucking rich. I'll be goddamn famous. So anyway, you know, this lesbian thing or whatever didn't turn out too good because the lady started making accusations, you know, cover up your tattoos, do this and that. So I didn't get a housing program. And then I got denied another, and I went to the Salvation Army. I cried for salvation, and they put me up in a room with a pool, a suite, a nice big room. And that next day I went to the Mormon temple. The bishop actually bought me food and gas, enough gas to get back to Vegas. And, you know, I have nothing against these religious organizations because they're there to help people, just like you donate to them, just like, you know, during Christmas time you set up windows for the churches. It all comes back. That's what the church should be about. The church isn't always about that. And, of course, this is not a lesson of religion. The point is anybody could call themselves the Lord. And speaking, going back to the Lord, which pisses people off. I've walked around the house the last few days, and I said, it is a miracle what has happened to me these last 3 months. I almost had a person hit me head-on over a cliff. The other day, my son was in it with his grandmother driving, and a car got swiped. And it rolled, and the truck almost rolled on top of their convertible. And I guess they had the top down, and they would have got killed. It was 6 inches from them when it was rolling, you know. And, you know, someone said, you must have angels. You must be blessed. Your kids must be blessed. You know, and there's been a lot of power for people I've met that wish to see me succeed, that wish to see my paranormal group thrive again, to see paranormal investigations, you know. And I laugh at fucking California, you know, because people are just procrastinators, you know. It's not like Vegas. You go in California and say, hey, you know, this is who I am. This is what I do. You know, 1 minute, you know, you got it going on. Next minute, I don't want to meet. But, you know, you come out to Las Vegas, everybody's like, hey, when can I fucking come on in exploration? When can I get involved with your group? So, yeah, you know, there's going to be some benefits of me living here. And I'm more than happy to live in Vegas the next couple of months to bring you guys some stories, including the abandoned prison that's out here. That would be very beneficial exploration and probably a haunted one at that. Anyways, I'm going to go to break, and we're going to continue talking. We're covering a pretty good distance on the show. And I will be back in about 20 seconds. So, callers, if you want to call in, I will put you on the air. This is AngelOfThyNight, Paranormal Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Didn't take very long. Probably going to a little bit. I appreciate you guys who are listening in on the air. Our show is going to be archived. We're going to have this show for years to come. Even if they ever were to cancel us, I'd still do voicemails and put them on the web. I have even other services we can use. But the thing is that I want to make my presence known on Now Live. I want to run one of the best shows on Now Live. And I really think I do. I just think people need to know about the show. So I'm going to ask all you listeners to do me one favor. From now on, direct them towards their show. 1 or 2 people a week, new, and just say, hey, there's this show. Because what we do here is a word-of-mouth thing. I advertise digital photography. Nobody's ever going to know about it unless each listener says, hey, listen to this show. You know, here's digital photography. Here's, you know, a sponsor of D5. I want people to know who the groups are that we care about, the groups that we work with, the groups that do a good job. And of course, digital photography is a wonderful site if you're into urban exploration and all great site. Great site to make friends. Great people.
Rick, you don't need to inflate my head any bigger than that. Come on now. My ego is already screaming. Jesus. I figured now would be a good time to butt in after some phenomenal stories and a fantastic caller. I must say, I realize either I don't know what I'm doing or I just don't. I mean, I can block people and crap, but I couldn't mute the caller because at first I thought it was going to be like awful, but then that shit turned real funny real quick. I don't know who that was that called in, but that was phenomenal.
That was hilarious.
That was funny shit. That was pure comedy. So
that was
there we
one
go.
of the best things that could happen. If you find some Chinese girl, I meet her down at the end of the block. She'll sit right in her car. Do it live on the show. I'll meet her.
Hey,
I'll
man.
talk to her. I'll ask her how much.
Hey man, Stern does it all the time, right?
Yeah.
If Stern can do
you ain't got no money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. Depends on when you're trying to get one.
They'll slap you, man. They will literally slap you out here in Vegas. Come up to me all the time. I'll be walking downtown Vegas, and I'll drink a beer and toke one and play some slots when I have extra money, you know. And these girls will come right up to me, you know, flirting and grabbing on me and be like, "Want to have some fun?" I'm like, my pocket. I'm sure we could find an exchange. I get you stoned, you get me a little fun too, you know. That is how Vegas rolls, brother.
So, hey, how's it not sleeping on a slab? What's going on? How's everything? Get us all up to date here.
Well, you know what, man? I tell you what. I've slept on a slab, on the ground in the woods, at people's houses, hotels, historical sites, and it feels good to actually have bed, fucking big screen TV. I've been playing Guitar Hero on it. You know, it's great to have family in Vegas. And, of course, but, you know, to have privacy, to be able to do my work, I have to be alone to be able to do what I do. So I have to get a place in the next week. And, of course, if I can stop meeting the women, I might get some work done.
Exactly. Well, the last time, dude, you haven't done shit in ages. We got to get the record back out there, dude. You just, go find a cemetery in the town and just do something. You got to do something. You got to give the people something.
The thing is, I want to, but I got to have my computer hooked up because we take digital pictures. We have to scan our photos. Our EVPs have to be put up. All that stuff has to be put onto a computer. And right now I'm so lucky to have computer access not at a library. I hope to have my computer hooked up in a week if I can find a way to get wireless service or a wireless maybe Wi-Fi connection. I could do it out of a studio or an apartment or something, you know.
Yeah, what you got to do is see if you got neighbors that got Wi-Fi. I think one of those little I got my friend Matt. He's been stealing the internet for like 2 years now. So you just got to find a place. I mean, if you go to a weekly place, I guarantee they got internet floating somewhere. It's easy enough to steal.
Some of them do.
Why pay for anything?
Some budget.
It's like Kid Rock says, steal everything. It's like Kid Rock's new PSA. Just steal everything. I'm all about that.
Steal the man. Oh yeah, why? I have to get online. That's the thing. When I was in Jackson, those ladies at the library were really bitches to me. You know, you ain't using the computer. You were on today. I said, excuse me. I know if I'm on. I'm walking in the goddamn heat. Oh yeah,
dude, seriously, online. Dude, I was fucking shaking for like a day when Deggy went down. I had no idea what to do with myself. I've never been. I was like a fucking kitten, and the mother cat just left it. I'm like pacing my house trying to figure shit to do. Rough, absolutely rough. And then calling India for fucking tech support was no picnic either. Ugh, ruthless. I was up at 5:30 this morning calling India. What kind of chump does that? 5:30 in the fucking morning. I didn't have to work today, and I'm up at 5:30. Yeah, like today's my day off. I'm up at 5:30 calling fucking India. India. How much I love my members. India. The fucking guy couldn't even help me either. Seriously. You know, I'll tell you what's funny. I called the tech support, right? And they give you like 6 options. And like first option is like for web support. So I'm like, all right, beep, hit that, right? And then there's like all these stupid warnings about how their servers are blowing up and terrorists have taken over and everything's going slow. And then they go, your average hold time will be in excess of 45 minutes. And I'm like, fuck no. So I hung up, called back again, and then I hit, like, the next selection was, like, if you have an email account. And I'm like, boop, hit that, and it's like, your whole time is in excess of under 6 minutes. So I'm like, all right, this is the one I'm sticking to. Guy got on the phone, I'm like, I know your email support, but I'm not waiting 45 fucking minutes. You're talking to me, and you're fixing my problem now. So, I don't know. That just sucked. And then in the end, I fixed it myself. So, ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Well, at least you got it back up, man, you know?
Oh, dude, seriously,
too.
You know, it's one of those things where, like, I don't really think about it because, you know, it's just Deggy. It's sort of always been there. And then, like, I tell you where I really started freaking out was, what's really weird is in the past, Yahoo has, they've had their up and down moments. They've been really solid lately. But in the past, when the forum would go down for, like, literally, I'd be doing a backup and the forum goes down for, like, 2 minutes when I do a backup. And the forum would be down for, like, seriously, 30 fucking seconds, and my aim would be like, bing, 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 what's wrong with the forum? What's wrong with the forum? And then this time it was down for, like, 24 hours, and I didn't hear from a soul. I think Ember was the first one to, like, IM me, like, 6 hours into the down, going, hey, is something wrong?
You know,
but,
I thought emailing you, I really did. And I said, well, he's probably got somebody else telling me, because I know that you have a lot of friends where you're at in Massachusetts.
Oh, dude,
so I figured you got a lot of friends, you know. So, and for them, it doesn't
stop.
Figured,
it was rough. You know what it was? I got on Facebook, and like I saw people like changing their status to stuff like, I don't know what to do with myself. Deggy's down, and like I'm having Deggy withdrawals. I was like, oh shit, I got to get this up and running. I feel bad for these people. They're like loyal as hell. I mean, they're like loyal. Like, I'm telling you, Rick, I've like had so many like forum crumbles where I've like walked away with nothing, and then like seriously, all these people follow me around. They're absolutely fantastic, and they really unbelievable crew of people. I'm telling you, we had about 4 years ago, we had some dude. This is back when we were sort of stupid and naive, and they sent out an email to all the members because I didn't really think to hide the members' email addresses. So they sent out a spoof email to a spoof website that basically phished everyone's passwords. And I mean, we literally had to like completely that was a disaster. And then like 6 months later, we went to change the forum because these idiots kept hacking us, and we went to a different forum. We lost all the information. Everyone's member, we had to start completely from scratch. Everybody came back in full force, built the forum back up to this humongous thing, and then, I kind of walked away from a project I was working on and started the current version of Deggy with absolutely, seriously, I like laugh because I go back and I see the first couple posts were just fluff just to make something look like it was on the forum, and now the damn thing's a juggernaut. It's crazy. And I tell you, those people are diehards. I'm telling you, diehard fans.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. That is good. Like I said, I figured everybody would be okay from it. I just figured it crashed, and sometimes Yahoo and stuff, the servers are down. You can't,
Well, you know what? People seriously, that's their day at work. Some people, like straight up, that is their day at work. Like they get to work, and before they even log into their company, like software, they're logged into Deggy. They're literally, they go right into Deggy, you lob them straight to the arcade. You know who you are out there, Mr. Arcade Man. He should be working, but he's out there, he's beating all the scores in the arcade. And then there's other people that literally, like, their name never seems to leave the Who's Online list. And, they're just sitting at work, like, rot. I used to do that, too. When I worked office jobs, it was ridiculous. I was just rot in chat rooms all the time. I was, when I was actually a member in good standing on UER, the Furry Urban Exploration Forum, I used to just rot at work all day in the chat room. That's probably why I got kicked out, because I was just bored and I'd start shit because I was bored as hell. I really don't hate Avatar X as much as I make it out to be. I think I just got like bored, and he's an easy target. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let's do something. Let's pick on this little guy right here. Yes, we shall pick on him. So, you know what though? I tell you what, and you learn from it too. Making fun of UER is definitely, being in their crosshairs is definitely a profitable experience in one way, shape, or form. They always think that they're screwing you, but they're actually doing you good. I love them. UER. Love you.
Yeah. We love you. Thanks for the
advice. Dude, your chat room's blowing up about fuck the fur. The chat room's blowing up about fuck the furries.
For Furry needs
Dude, we
to
actually have
call
a
in.
good chat room tonight.
Huh.
No, go on
I
going.
don't
We
know.
have a weird lag in this thing. I'm telling you, Now Live has to work out this lag thing. Because I even have to, like, the wife and I listen, but when I call, I have to turn the radio off. Because, like, there's 3 different lags. It's ridiculous. It's like some sort of ventrilo harassment.
It's like being
But no, go
engaged,
on.
man.
Speak. Your show.
I'm out west. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know.
No, they got local
Well,
numbers.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Do
so
they?
I mean, you could use whatever you want for it. You know, there's all these different ways to call in the show now, but we don't.
Oh, I
got.
My plan's one of those free after 7 or something. Only I actually call after 7, Richard. Don't rack my bill up $500.
I'm trying to find some places to explore up here in Vegas, man. It's so hot that you only can really go out when it's around 8 o'clock at night here. Oh, we got family home. That's going to be real good when the Chinese girl comes. Oh, man, this is good.
That's all right. That guy fucking killed me. I hope he calls back later. He was a fucking scream. Sometimes people call. Like, I don't know if he's for real or not. And like sometimes people call up and they try to be like goofballs. Like, who was that dick a couple of weeks ago? And when they're like, that like 5-hour like marathon. But there was that first guy that called up who was just a complete annoyance. Like what was his name? SD Dan. That guy was sounding like Tommy Chong, and he was talking about absolutely nothing. He was like talking about Tijuana, Mexico, and getting busted for a pack of cigarettes or some shit. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like that was annoying. That was fucking completely annoying. And I don't know. Like everyone listening, if you're gonna call the show, at least be funny. Don't be annoying. At least like that last dude was a fucking bitch. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're gonna call and not talk about something, at least make me laugh. Don't like call and then be stupid. I've been watching a lot of this ventrilo harassment on YouTube, so now my standard of comedy is starting to get a lot higher. You should check it out. You do online gaming, so you probably know all about it. You do those chat rooms with the headsets? Really?
I used
to. You ever get some clown in there playing music and shit? You gotta look that stuff up on YouTube. It's a fucking riot. They just prank people with soundboards on the ventrilos.
I'll check
good stuff.
There's a lot of stuff going on with YouTube right now, you know. Our show on YouTube gets some decent hits too. I don't know what kind of producers. How many?
3,000. You got 3,000 hits on one of them. The Adrian Curry one. Show number 13. I swear to God, if you go to your YouTube channel and then you sort all the videos by hits, like seriously, one of them's got like 3,600 hits. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Where'd all that come from? And it's not linked to anything either, so I can't figure it out. And I use the same keywords as I did in all 18 parts of that episode, and I don't understand why number 13 of that one gets 3,600 hits. Ridiculous.
Unbelievable. I wonder how many of my members are out there tonight listening. You know, it's kind of like I said in other shows, very reserved people.
Let me tell you, my friend. Let me tell you who we have in the chat room tonight. We have, of course, AngelOfThyNight. Who let that bum in? And then Mike Digital, that's his douchebag friend. We have Dinsdale in. He's a regular. I believe he's a Deggy Fiver. We have 2 guests. I'm not quite sure who they are. Punk UE. It says you have 8 listeners, but I also found out that this actually doesn't track stats from anyone that's logging in from like anyone like if you put the HTML box on your website, like I have it on my website and I have it on like my Facebook and it doesn't track those. So like if you have like 30 people listening there, those don't get tracked. But what they do track is how many people are actually in like looking at your chat room. So it says you got 8 looking at the chat room regardless, which is cool. And then, you know, I mean, who the hell knows who else is listening off of a MySpace page or something, you know? So it's a pretty good crowd for our live show. I'll take it. It's fun. We have our usual following, so it's never a wasted night for sure, you know? And the chat room's been, it's too bad you're not around it, the chat room's been busy. And no douchebags tonight. It's all good people. At least I think so. Yeah, right? Like I said, I can't mute people, so, you know, they're going to have a field day with you, but that's all right. You handle it well. It's just funny.
You bought Dennis Quaid a drink?
Say what?
I wish I could buy him a drink. We actually have someone here who met Dennis Quaid and bought him a drink. How do you like
Quaid.
that? Today,
That's amazing.
yes.
That's good stuff. See? Las Vegas.
This is
the city that never sleeps, right?
She works with the stars. She meets stars all day. And she got to meet him
Is
today
that like-
and buy him a drink. It's like
dancing
fucking
with
Vegas,
stars.
man. I actually went to probably this in Vegas and California, you know. I've lived here before, you know, so it's nothing new to me. I'm very used to the heat, and I hate it, but I can also adapt in Las Vegas easily. And, you know, I'm going to be staying here a couple months, so I might as well try to hook up with some other urban explorers out there, if there's any from this area, which I think there is.
You know, there is, but here's the thing: is like there's a few websites out there, forum-wise, communities. They don't really touch on there. And the sad thing is, the only website that really has a pretty decent following, I hate to say it, is those douchebags at UER, because you know they're pretty, you know, they're kind of global. So unfortunately, blokes like you and I aren't quite allowed back there, so you won't find much on that. Deggy is so northeast, it's not even funny. I mean, we got people. Deggy's actually getting really Canadian. A lot of Canuckers
really
rolling into Deggy. Oh yeah, but I'll take that. Anything I can strip from UER is cool for me. And you know, the more Canadians that join up, you know, the better they make our section. Because I remember a while ago, we tried to make a nice Canadian section, but just, you know, no one showed up, no one posted, it sucked, and that was the end of it, died. And now, like, you know, it's not just New England anymore. It seems, you know, it's starting to blow up a little bit. But yeah, where you're at, you hear that motorcycle in the background? It sucks. I live on the main street, man, and it never ends. Just constant idiots on motocycles, just whang, all hours of the night. Ruthless, absolutely. But anyway, I digress.
I met a motorcycle group back. Those guys wanted to kick my ass the first night. They wanted to fight. You know, they come in there, they're like, you're in our fucking bar. You're in our hotel. You're in my space. You know, I come in there with my sunglasses on, my tattoos hanging out. Their bitches are staring at me. And it's like, relax, man. I just want to have a drink. I'm fucking homeless, you know. When you get homeless, you start resorting to other things. Drinking, smoke, you know.
You gotta kill the time somehow, right?
Yeah, well, there's nothing to do. I mean, I at least got drunk once a week. You know, I went to the club, and my drinks were fucking free almost all the fucking time, because, you know, it was either my friend buying them, I'd smoke them out, he'd buy me some drinks, you know, and so I was up there drinking until one night the motorcycle group came in, and they were all up in my face. And then, like, we returned the phone about a week later. Those dudes fucking were buying us drinks. Like, you're cool, man. And I would have loved to get involved in their motorcycle group. I would have loved to, and I could, but I was not going to stay in Jackson. I was like, I'm so glad I'm far away from that horror fucking town, you know. It's just, they don't, it's not like here where you're at or where I'm at, you know. There's advancement, you know, but they don't even have a band in that town. You know, they got a DJ. That's all they got in Jackson. That's it. Can't even get a band to go out and get cars. It's bad. It's just real bad living out there. And, of course, you know, Vegas for me, I tried to tell, I had an investigator in California. I tried to say, look, guys, you know, just look at it as me going away on vacation for the next couple months. Because I would never, you know, I can visit here, but I would never live here. It's cool to come down here for 2 months, do some explorations, make some friends, fucking party it up, man. Get the best smoke.
Yeah, I'm all about partying.
Yeah, exactly.
And partying, that's what I'm all about.
I'm partying.
Maybe not the desert, but
my sister-in-law and her bisexual fucking friend and I are going to a goth club. And this girl, friend of hers, is hot, man. It's a hot blonde, tall, models, nice-looking girl. And you know, I met this girl was like 11 years old when I met her. Now she's like 23 years old, man, and she's fucking smoking. And I'm like, hook it up. That's Vegas, you know. It's just like, let's party.
Hey, man, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Unless you broadcast it over the air.
It was like today. I gave that. It's called a nobody gives a shit fuck, okay? Because I met this girl today at the park, and it went from a hand on the ass to getting in the restroom and fucking banging her, you know. And I'm sitting there in the restroom, and she says, this is bad. She has all these regrets that she did it, you know. And it's like, you made a decision when you came to that park, wore a skirt, and you're sitting there teasing me at the park, making passes, you know. So that's how Vegas is, though. That's what Vegas is about. It's Sin City, and it stays down here no matter what you do, whatever you get yourself into, you know. And, of course, you know, I used to know some good guys that were rich, man, when I used to live in Vegas. You know, these people had $500,000 in the fucking bank. These guys own brand new fucking cars, made $2,000 a week. These people were drug dealers. I used to hang with these people. Good people. Fucking barbecue, fucking hang with broads. And that's how Vegas is, all about the party. You can't live here.
You must seriously feel like Mad Max out in the desert with that fucking car. Like, seriously. You must have, like, rolled into the desert and seriously just, like, hung out the window like, yes, you!
Dude, man,
your kid hanging out the window swinging a mace ball.
The kids were hanging out their hands out the windows. I'm like, get your fucking hands in the windows. Kids are like, we like it. There's no windows in the car. They got fucking goggles and shit on, man. Fucking cop pulls alongside us, steers. They're in fucking goggles.
Cop just pulls up. He's like, you can end this all in peace. Just give us the gasoline.
Oh man, you could get technically ticketed for not having a back window in the state of California, and I have had so many cops see that and let it go, and I had my pipes right on me. You know, it's like I smoked the whole trip to Vegas, every place.
You got a windshield?
I got my windshield, and that's about it. I had put pictures on MySpace, and what happened was I took them too small, and you can't see them, but it shows where I had plastic over the window, and the wheel was missing because I had to change out the axle and all. And then when I made it up to Roseville, I had to take off the tire, and I had to fix the brakes. Because, like, when you're homeless, you know, you can't afford to pay no mechanic $90 an hour. You fix your own car in a fucking parking lot in 100 degrees, and you just don't give a shit who looks at you. You gotta do it. So I fixed this car like twice in 1 week, man. And I was like, shit, I'm never going to make it to Vegas because it's not a safe car. It's old, it's beat up, it's fucking, oh, man. And it made it to Las Vegas like 8-9 hours later. 100 miles an hour, man, through the desert.
Hey, man, Subaru's not a bad little beater, I tell you. My sister has Subaru for many years and drove it without oil for a lot of those years, and it still drives to this day.
Mine ticks, man. It ticks bad through the desert, but it made it. And when I pulled up, I was so glad to be in Vegas because I have stability here. You know, I have my sister-in-law, her boyfriend, my brother-in-law that lived with me in Florida for a long time. You know, I got
Which one's that?
in-laws.
Is that Vegas?
I get paid soon. Yeah, I get paid soon. You can sometimes get a weekly. If you look around enough, $150 covers your electricity, kitchenette, one bedroom, maybe a living room, fucking weekly. You know, $600 a month, $500 a month. And that's all I'm going to do instead of paying out for hotels. I'm going to get a weekly so I can hook up my studio so I can do the radio show from my place. You know, I'm going to have it going on the next couple of years. Hopefully I'll meet a lot of cool girls in the process, too, because the girls are cool as hell in Vegas. Cool as hell. They're all into that, man.
Absolutely.
They're into urban exploration. All of them are. All of them. I mean, even the good-looking girls are real rugged, you know. They want to fucking get wild and shit. So it's definitely a change. You know, it's not like, see, California is good, but the people are very, maybe a little sick back, where people don't want to go out and they don't want to do nothing. Yeah, they procrastinate. But like here in Vegas, I had some girl give me her phone number off the bat. It's like, call me, we'll do something. Just like that. I didn't even ask for her number. That's how this town, Sin City, is. So
that's crazy,
you know,
dude.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but I love it here. There's no other city like it in the world. The only thing bad about it is during the day, the temperatures are so hot. I mean, I was able today to stay out under the sun for about an hour, and it's just like, whoa. You know, it's just, I mean, you just dry up just like that. You got to, like, drink 2 gallons a day. So I hide during the day when I'm out here, which sucks because I don't want to hide. I want to go to the park and play football. You know, I want to do things, but if you're going to go visit Vegas, you come in January or February when it's cool, you can fucking hike all around these mountains and caves and all these mines and buildings all around Vegas because it's not hot. You won't sweat. But this time of year, it's going to be really hard for me to go out in the desert and do this shit. I'll do it, but it's going to be hard.
All right, well, listen, bro, I'm going to turn the shit back over to you, and I'm going to rot back in the chat room. Hopefully somebody else calls in and keeps the show flowing. Yeah, dude, good to hear you got a roof kicking up over the head. Thank God we got Deggy back online, and yeah, I'll be monitoring the chat room. So,
okay,
good
man.
show. Catch you later, bro.
All right,
later, Rick.
Okay, later, man. Okay, everybody, that was Mike Digital, digitalphotography.com. If you're a new member in the chat room, make sure you check them out. And, of course, I say listeners, too, because our show isn't just calculated with the live listeners. Those are just chat room stats, like Mike was saying. We have other widgets across the web, which people listen to our show. It can be heard on YouTube. It can be heard on our site when I'm able to put it on our site. And at the present time, I'm not able to do that. I'm going to try from here to see if it works. But I have very minimal power when I'm working out of someone else's studio on my paranormal groups or my show. And as you can still keep things running like the way it's been the last few months, it really is amazing. And, of course, I owe a big thanks to everybody out there who's helped because I can't do this alone. I can't, sitting there when I was homeless in California, I needed motivation in my show. And I needed people to say, hey, you still got a group to run, and I'm trying to get focused. And as you just heard, I'll probably be in Vegas a couple months. I don't have no regrets, This is a great place to make a girlfriend. I mean, I am really close to finding a nice girl. Besides that, I don't give a shit. Fuck that happened today. Hey, I had it hard in the California mountains, There's bearded women out there. But anyways, it's a great city. Most people got pools and hot tubs, and you just sit back, you smoke some fucking joint, get in the hot tub with a couple girls. It's so great out here. I got a hot tub where I'm staying at right now, and, it's just good up. And, that's just the way it goes, And a lot of people were disappointed about Vegas, so like, Rick's Clinton, and I know you guys want to see some California, some of the places I've been, some of the places I've investigated, and I will bring it to you. It's just going to take me time. We're going to get based here in Vegas because I do have plans to do a lot of Vegas in the future. I'll visit here every couple months and things like that, and, it's cost like $39 to fly here. So it's like, hell yeah, $39 from California. So, we have a lot of future that's put into this. The whole West we're doing, not just doing California. So I will do some ghost towns. I will try to do the prison. I will try to do maybe a cemetery in Vegas. And I will also try to go back. I need some urban explorers to a very dangerous place. It's not dangerous in the sense you're going to go in and you're going to die, but it is. You gotta have the right equipment to do it. I mean, I went in, and you can go in most of the caves, but it goes deeper down where there's been bloody mattresses, all kinds of weird shit, maybe even mining equipment deep down. Great for urban explorers. Great for me to get a paranormal investigation done there, or a second one, because that was my first real investigation before I even had the Paranormal and Ghost Society. So I'd like to take a bunch of people out there, and I need people who are willing, people who want to go and say, yeah, let's do this. Fucking repel. Let's get some fucking rope. Let's go down into this mine. It's solid rock. It's not going to cave in. It's not held up by wood. They are drilled tunnels. But when you get to the end of the tunnels, you either climb down the ladder or you repel down. And sometimes you can't get to the ladders because there's There's 10-foot gaps in the floor that go 50 feet down. So you can either rappel down the gaps or you can jump over the gaps and go down the ladder. But we want to do this safe, so if you're volunteering for this trip, you got to let me know, and I will make sure and schedule it in 4 weeks from now, or at least 6 weeks from now. We got people who are willing to drive to places. Once my computer's hooked up, yeah, I will get out and I will do some places. I don't care if I don't find nothing. It's just a matter of just getting the photographer up on the site and saying, hey, you know, this place is haunted. It's not haunted. It's strange. It's weird. We've seen this. We've seen that. But we will get to some places, and we will do them in Las Vegas. And as I was saying, I was telling Mike about the, you know, I don't give a shit fuck that happened earlier today. It's really amazing. You know, like I said, I'm going to reveal the sins of the Lord. Sins of the Lord, I don't give a shit fuck. All right? It is what it is. She met me, I met her, and we had fun at the playground today. When some kids, they go to the playground, they want to play in the monkey bars. I go to the playground to have sex. I've had sex at a lot of playgrounds. I had sex at playgrounds in Florida. I had sex at playgrounds in, Las Vegas. And I've had sex at playgrounds in New York. Of course, in New York, you freeze your goddamn white ass off, and that's not cool. But in Vegas, you just yank them down in the open. Because you're like, hey, this is Sin fucking City. It's 110 degrees out there. I just fucking strip nude, man. So, you know, it's my sins of the Lord have, you know, I'm going to have to repent. I'm going to have to repent. And I repented, and I hooked my sneezer. I hooked my cat sneezer up with the big balls. He's hooked up with 3 cats right now. He's banging around. He's walking around like a fucking lion. He's licking his chops. He's looking at me. At night, the cat just, you know, he's a big cat, but he's like a miniature lion the way he acts, so he's beating the shit out of a cat today. He's running around, and he's like, these are my fucking girls. These are my cats. You know, so he's got 3 cats he likes right now. Well, a black cat came across another male. It's a no-no. A male in another male's territory. Could we say cat fight? My sneezer beat the shit out of this cat. They climbed the fence, jumped the cactus bush, ran across the street. He ended up in another cactus bush, picked him up. I'm like, you bad fucking cat. You ain't supposed to be running from me. You're my fucking guardian. Well, I'm carrying the cat, right? And I get about 100 needles stuck in my chest last night. I had cactus needles in my chest. I had cactus needles on my arms. I had cactus needles on my toes. Because this cat, he slid down me, down my legs, jumped on my feet, and I grabbed him up again. And, of course, you know, I'm a big cuddly teddy bear. I love the fucking cuddle. I'm a teddy bear. Well, I'm a teddy bear with the cat. You know, I picked this lion up. I give this lion a hug. And, of course, I gave him a hug a couple times. I'm like, man, thank God you didn't run away from me because, you know, a cat comes up missing sometimes for 2-3 days at a time. What if he comes up missing and gets ran over? There's a lot of flat pancake cats in Vegas, man. So I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to become a fucking pancake tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I'm all worried about fucking cat cakes. Yeah, cat cakes. And so I give this teddy bear a hug. Me and him were cuddling, and I feel prick in my hands, prick in my legs. Every time I move, I felt pricked. Going to the bathroom, I felt like 1,000 needles in my body. 1,000 fucking needles. Sitting there, I'm like, I'm fucking dying here, man. I'm stoned. I fucking got needles. I can't get the goddamn needles out. Me and him had to jump in the fucking bathtub with a stone. He's fucking sitting in my lap because I'm trying to get all the needles out. I get needles caught up in my fucking pecker. So now I got needles on my fucking pecker, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to meet this girl tomorrow at the park. I got to get her, and I got to have a little fun with her. Well, so I'm sitting there, I'm rubbing the punch against me. I'm like, God, get these fucking pricks out of here, man. Get these pricks out, you know? Because I'm like, God, I haven't had pussy in so long. It's, you know, it's happening for me, baby. It's happening. And I get all the way out to the fucking park today, and good thing I have no pricks because she didn't complain. She didn't say she felt any pricks. Okay, well, that sounds bad because she did feel a prick. She just didn't feel any cacti pricks, you know? So, yeah, I was all scared today to meet this woman because I was like, oh, I hope I got every cactus out of my fucking head, you know? I'm like, if I put this Big Daddy in her, man, she's going to fucking feel it. So, anyways, you know, I was worried about pricking this girl more than once in various ways. But, you know, my cat's not a desert cat. You got to keep in mind, we were in Florida. And then I took him across the state, and he was camping with me out in California. Now he's in Vegas. He's running around the streets. I let him out to play and stuff. And, you know, and my father-in-law, he's a funny guy. He's like, I don't want no fucking cats. You know, I got my own cats. He's a funny guy. Well, he said, I'm going to kick you out if you bring any of your other cats. So I'm like, well, that's not a problem because one was catnapped, and the other one likes to live in my car. He will never leave my car. If he jumps out of the car, he'll stiff around and jump right back in real quick. Most loyal Siamese ever. And so here I am, I'm hiding this cat around the house and shit. You know, cat's coming around the property. My father's going outside. Cat runs past him, and he knows what the cat looks like. So we're playing musical fucking cats the other day. You know, calling the SPCA, we're like, where am I going to put them? Am I going to give them? If maybe you give them as a gift to a girl, I might get a nice piece of ass. You know? I mean, let's face it, you know, we're men. Men like sex, like men like pussy. Why lie? You know, I don't care who listens to my show. I don't care if my current members are offended. It's a fact that men like to fuck. It's that simple. But anyways, you know, this is Sin City. And this is where I'm calling you from. We're doing this show live, which makes this a very special show. You know, and for us to be able to travel as much extensively as we have, for me to be able to sit in California and have all these experiences, it just helps the future of other explorers. It helps other paranormal investigators. We got a great group, and I'm so glad to be part of the, and you know, I'm glad. I love running my groups. I love doing the radio show. You know, it's a lot of fun. And, of course, you know, I mean, I'm sitting here on the show talking about musical cats, but it was so hilarious. You know, the cat ran in the house, was hiding where we couldn't get him, and we're like, oh, God damn, fuck's coming. You know, and he's a badass. I mean, he used to snap animals' necks and shit, and, you know, no heart whatsoever. And, you know, he's a pretty big guy, you know, and I'm sitting here staying at this house, and I got to be careful. You know, I'm looking at the sister-in-law. You know, pretty sexy sister-in-law, you know. I mean, you can't help it. It's part of being a man. You know, you got something wrong with you. You ain't looking at girls. You got something wrong with you. First thing I looked at when I went to the park today is I looked at this woman's feet. Because I want to see if there was any corns or any black feet. If there's black feet and there's corns, that girl's a dirty girl. But this girl was clean. It's a clean redhead. She smelled beautiful. And here I am in a woman's stall, 110 degrees, being a fucking bull. In Sin City. So it was the best move I could have ever fucking made. And I can't wait to meet some of you because I know there's some out here in Vegas. I got one member who is willing to take on a few investigations. So, you know, it's like, it's a win-win situation. No sleeping on a concrete slab. No walking down the road with the sleeping bag. No trying to get dates, you know. There's this girl that I dated, and she says, hey, she's like, hey, you know, some dude asked me on a date. We can't kiss. We can't have sex. We can't do nothing anymore. I was like, well, I guess I really ain't staying in California then, you know. That's just the way it is out in California. A lot of cool people. A lot of people smoke. A lot of people are laid back. But it's hard to get people to have fun, to party, and just, you know, it's one of those things like everybody's so busy working hard because gas prices are so high. Rents are so high in California that nobody ever gets no time to have any fun. And you got time, and you got to have fun. And I just got a house rental offer in Sacramento. I don't know if I'll be taking it. It sounds like a very cheap house, very doable, so I might end up going back to California sooner than I thought. But I'm going to hit the golf clubs, and I'm going to have myself a good fucking... And, you know, I was sitting there the other day. The last few days I was walking through the house. I like to piss people off. I love pissing people off. I love seeing the reactions, you know. And I'm telling you, man. And I walked around, and I started going around saying, I am the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And people were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you see, I am a father. I have 3 disciples right now. Their names are Oz, Ricky, and James. They're my disciples. They act like me. They're self-sufficient like me. They're bullies like me. And they whistle at girls like me. They're my disciples. Kids are the next generation. So I am the Father. Am I the Son? Yes, I am the Son. We're all sons. We all have been birthed into this world. You are a son. Some of you are fathers. So, you know, a father and son. And the Holy Spirit? Oh, yes, I got Holy Spirit for this fucking show. See the spirit I put in this show? The hard work that I put into my group? I am the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I am. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. You, my friend, whoever's listening, you might be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, too. Hell, we're all fucking Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So can you picture me sitting in church and everybody's going, hallelujah, hallelujah. I got their hands reaching towards the sky. I'm thinking, man, this is some great fucking energy, you know, because does the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit exist? You bet. He's here running this fucking radio show, Angel of Thy Night Radio. And, of course, I am your host, Lord Rick. And this show, I'm not closing yet, but I would like to sit here and I would like to go on break soon. You know, it is kind of funny when you sit there and you run a show, because, you know, a show is something that really drains the hell out of you. I mean, you could sit here and do the show, but it's like, damn, it's hard work. We run our shows right now outside, you know. We run them out in the fucking heat. Well, here we go. How the hell do you turn on outside lights? Is that the outside lights? I have just commanded outside lights so that we can do this show outside in the fucking park. And you know what? I don't see no outside lights. Of course, there might be an Asian girl running the neighborhood. She might be looking for Lord Rick. What do you think? I don't know. That doesn't seem to work. Okay, well, that's fine because we have lights on over here, and we can continue to host the show for a little bit longer. Anyways, I'm going to go on break as soon as this motorcycle is done pulling away. That's one of the things about doing a live show on the streets, is we deal with the loud bikers and, you know, big brute trucks. And like Jackson, we were having these big pickup trucks go by. And when this motorcycle goes away, I'll tell you a little story. Would you like to hear a little story? Okay, there was a motorcycle. There's a bitch on the back of the motorcycle. She doesn't look very content with her boyfriend. So the bitch on the back of the motorcycle has been standing here staring at me doing the show. Okay, I'm Lord Rick, all right? I'm doing the show. She wants to get in on the show, but the boyfriend's standing there. She's sitting on the back of her bike. She's still looking at me. And you know that man ain't treating her right. So what's he got going for him? He's got a little bit of money on the wall, something I don't have, right? I got to explain it. But I'm all about the adventure and the fun. You know, and this girl wants to be over here. She wants to be on Angel of Thy Night Radio. I can fucking tell. So when the motorcycle pulls away, I'm going to end up going on break, and the motorcycle is pulling away. Okay, folks, this is Angel of Thy Night, Paranormal Radio. I'll be right back in about 20 seconds, and hopefully by then, Lee will call in, because she said she'd call in the show and say hi, and we'll have a little bit of a discussion with her. Be right back.
Paranormal Radio. Paranormal, why? Because it's unexplained. You never know what's going to happen on this show. A lot of people, they come to this show with high hopes. They think, hey, this show's going to be about fucking ghosts. And it's not always about fucking ghosts, okay? This show is about anything and everything. And we get some really bizarre listeners out there. Some people are like, wow, that dude was weird. But you got to admit, some of the calls we get are really hilarious. And, of course, I have no regrets. We've been running the show for over a year. And I let people call in freely. I'm not here to boot people off the air. You say fuck, don't cup your mouth and say, oh, shit. But I love doing the show, and I love doing it because it appalls people. The life I live is just like, it's an endless soap opera, It really is. It's like I could sit here and tell you stories all day long about my life. There is no life like it out there, And I sit here, and it's like it don't matter where I go. Life is always meant to be fun. If you don't have fun doing what you're doing, don't do it. It's just like urban exploration that we used to do, and we still do. We do a lot of explorations and paranormal investigating. Some people, they go out and they just, they whine, and they're like, what's the deal? I don't want to hike. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And whatever happened to people years ago who, they get cut, they keep going. And they fall 10 feet and they sprain an ankle, they keep fucking going. That's the time period I came from, where people were just up for anything. But now everybody's like, I'm breaking the law, I'm trespassing. People are wound so fucking tight. And sometimes in life, you gotta take life in a different approach, and you gotta say, hey, I'm gonna smoke one. I'm gonna trespass. And I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna be high. And I'm not gonna realize what I'm doing at the present moment. I'm not gonna get caught. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna sleep knowing I did it. But of course, when we were in Florida, we had those people that really didn't like that idea. They were SWAT team members, knives, this, that, probably pistols too, and it looked like a security task force. People just didn't like how we did things. Trespass and all of it bothered them. I'm going to come out and I'm going to report myself if that's a cop. Fuck you are. Yeah, it's going to hide in the fucking bushes with my ass. And trust me, I hid in the bushes. And you know what happened to me when I hid in the bushes? My neck got cut. I got some whacked up bacteria in fucking Florida. It almost killed me. I almost died. And now I got a cut in the side of my neck because of it. I had to cut the goddamn pus out, or else I would have died. See what I'm saying? But I am a miracle. I am Lord Rick, and I am here. And, of course, I am here to run the Paranormal Society, hopefully for years to come. And if there's any TV producers out there, I am proposing a $1 million challenge. I will do something deadly, one of the most deadliest paranormal expeditions in the world. It has to be a place where a lot of people die, a lot of people don't come out, and there's bad shit in there. I want you to send me in hell. I want to know that I'm going to probably eaten. And then if I succeed, you give me $1 million. If I die, Mike gets $1 million. It's just, it's a great sponsorship. And we can turn around and the sponsorship that'll be brought to the organization and producer who does this is going to be unbelievable because we can promote something in the process of doing this show and this challenge. And I keep proposing this because I think it's a good challenge. It's not about me getting $1 million, but what I'm about to do is worth more than any money in the world. And that's what people need to know. They need to know that, we're doing something that's far more valuable than the money. Of course, I can drop my challenge down to half that, depending on the producer who is willing to work with me. We're not the normal type. You're not going to catch us on Sci-Fi Channel. We're not going to be like Taps, all civil and shit. If I'm going to do a paranormal investigation, I'm going to slap a girl on the fucking ass, We're going to go eat. We're going to have a beer. We're going to sit there and we're going to fucking smoke a joint. We're going to go into a place. We're going to say, hey, is your house haunted or is it not haunted? If the girl's hot, I want to slap the girl on the ass. And we'll say, hey, what's your phone number, man? Let's connect sometime, it's just, mom with the woman, whatever, So, anyways, it's just being a Ghostbuster is a funny thing. Now, of course, we do take it seriously. We see our ghosts. We get ghost faces. We can't explain what they are.
You know, we see things in the woods. We see eyes, things chasing us, big footprints. We do it all. We're a great paranormal group because we're relaxed at what we do. We're us. We're free. We're the Paranormal and Ghost Society, okay? And my society, you know, some of them guys that go with me, they can't handle what I give them. You know, and it takes a very special person to handle what I give because we work hard on our investigations. You know, it might be all laugh on the radio show, but, you know, you go out into a mine, you can't joke around. You smoke one, and then you just got to sit there, and you got to fucking be safe. You got to think. You got to look out for each buddy with you. And that's a good exploration. And if you die fucking happy. Eat some fucking chocolate cake before the goddamn exploration. Eat some chocolate cake. Bring a fucking hurricane, go up the fucking hurricane. You get down to the bottom of the mine, celebrate. Hey, I'm in the fucking bottom. Hey, let's open fucking beers. Let's get fucking, have some fucking smoke. Fuck, you got room, put the bong in the goddamn bag. Smoke it when you get to the bottom of the mine. You know, hey, I'm alive. I survived. Too many people are wound tight. And the moral of my radio show and story is, some of you people out gotta loosen up, man. This is good entertainment. It's good fun. And it's good to live. So rejoice in the name of the Lord, Lord Rick. This is AngelOfThyNight Radio. And we can be heard on YouTube, iPhone, right from your iPhone, our previous episodes. Of course, you can listen to us here. You can listen to us from our widgets. You can get copies from our website when I do add them. We prefer more live listeners than anything because we want you to be able to call in. We want you to be able to listen. You know, we want you to be able to interact with us. And, of course, I have a phone number if anybody here wishes to call it, and it's 209-223-221. And what you have to do is call in my show, then switch over, and you have to three-way call it. We're going to call a guy at the Best Western named John, okay? And if there's anybody, participants who are willing to call because I don't have the three-way calling, you're more than welcome to give you the number. We are going to put John on the phone. We're going to give him a live interview. We're going to give him what he wants, okay? So you got to understand that John's running a hotel. John's in the money of making, well, he's in the business of making money. And what he wants is publicity. We're going to give him publicity. So that number again is 209-223-0211. We are looking for John at the Best Web. It is Sin City. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I love this town. And by the way, did you know they put in a few Gothic clubs since I've been out of here? And I have people laughing. They're like, why do you like the Gothic clubs? There's women that dress like they're dead. And, you know, I'm sitting there last night. All right, I smoked one. Why lie to you? I smoked fucking weed. Oh, my God, did I smoke fucking weed. And I'm sitting there watching Return of the Living fucking Dead. You got some fucking girl with the 80s haircut. She's butt-ass fucking naked in the cemetery, or she's fucking hanging out, you know. And she sits there and she's running stark naked. It starts raining. The acid's affecting her, turning her into a fucking zombie. You know, and they're all brains. I'm watching. I'm thinking, oh, my God, why can't this shit happen to me? I go to a million old cemeteries. I don't see no fucking zombies. I don't see no... I want something to chase me. I mean, come on. You're running down the street. Imagine 100 dead people fucking chasing you, calling, moaning, and asking for your fucking brains. I take the pecker. I take my pecker out of my pants, and I'd hold my pecker up in front of these zombies. I'd be like, here's your goddamn fucking brains. I think with this bitch, motherfucker. And you see me, my white ass will start hightailing it. But then again, you know, they're zombies. So the next week, so you go for the neck, you knock the head off. Once the head's knocked off, the zombie's useless. You fucking can kick it. You can kick its leg out and everything else. And I did do a little studying on zombies, and we know they exist. We don't know a lot about them. We don't think it's a mass thing. But from what I gather, there is a chemical the government does have, which is said to turn people into killer zombies, or much like 28 Days Later, or it's a rage type of chemical. And, you know, it's like, man, Return of the Living Dead, it just brought back some memories. You know, those were the fucking days, the 1970s, the 1980s, even the 60s. I mean, you sat there, you had so much freedom. Milk, you know, under $1. Fucking gasoline, 99 cents. Toking up, the cops join you. Fucking, it's like, hey, can I fuck your wife tonight? And guys, hey, it's the 1980s, man. Fuck my wife. fucker in front of me. I don't fucking care. But see, now we live in a different society. Religion is grasping society more than anything. And government. Those are the two things controlling society. We live in a much more biblical time. A lot of people go into churches. There's a lot of, I guess you could say there's a lot of different things going on, like the new rules in the government. Now we got cell phone rules in California. You can't be on a cell phone. Despite some people can drive very well on their cell phone, like me. I can hold my cell phone and drive right through the mountains on the curves and do it stoned. Like I said, I'm the Lord. I'm pretty amazing. You might not know me, but you'll find I'm pretty amazing with the shit that I can do, especially stoned. But, you know, that's just how it is. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, good time periods, you know? I mean, people think, you know, hey, the 80s were just terrible. It's like, you don't know terrible. In the 80s, you could buy a gun, you could carry around a fucking gun. Really wasn't a problem. You weren't going to jail for 10 years. You know, things have changed. And I really hope that society can back to normal. Maybe my show will be an impact to the world, you know. I mean, despite all the little perversions we have in this show, there is a lot of things I give you to think about, too. And I put them inside all the humorous stuff because I want people to understand we don't live in a free country. You know, you can't, if you want to pay some girl $10 to jack the meat and you go to prison for that shit, it's not a free society. You just pay for service. The government tells you it's illegal. But who's the government tell you it's illegal when the, you know, politicians are getting away with things that we can't get away with? Is that a fair government? Just like the war. If you don't have enough money to have a war, then you stop the war. As you can see, I'm a very anti-war person. You know, there's different types of war. Send me to the lost world. I'll take on T-Rex. Do it. Let's go fucking to Mars, goddammit. Send me to fucking Mars. But this war is just stupid. These guys in Iraqi, they're not fighters. They sit there, you know, there's 20 of them. There's one U.S. soldier and 20 Iraqi soldiers. And they put their hands up and they're like, I see you Americans. You know, it's like, 1 man to 23. Because they are not a warlike country. Every country has a military. It's like North Korea. They just destroyed their nuclear reactor. They did it because our country says that, you know, that shit must go. Thing is that this country wants to be the only one to own nuclear weapons, and they're never going to get rid of them because you can rule the world with such power. You can control everything, and our country knows it. And why does things have to be about power and control? Why can't mankind say, hey, let's create a utopia type of a society? Everybody can do what they want as long as they don't steal, murder, you know, just the basics. And that's my type of society. And back then, Jesus Christ, a man who, obviously, I don't believe very much in, but we learn from history that he went around and he only preached the simple things in life. But now you got, thou shalt not fuck, thou shalt not swear, thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that, thou shalt not be late on the registration, thou shalt not be late on the insurance, thou shalt not fuck in the car in Alabama, thou shalt not suck a fucking dick. Rules, rules, rules. I say, people, anarchy. Fuck the rules. Why the hell should AngelOfThyNight follow rules? Why should you follow rules? We should be able to be born happy and free. You'll live an extra 20 years longer. Less stress, less court fines, less problems. This is AngelOfThyNight Radio. And keep tuning in because we have more to this episode. And if anybody wants to call in and ask a question or give their opinion, I will be here for a little while more. AngelOfThyNight Radio. Okay, we're back from break. The way I am is I appreciate it. I know how hard artists work and how hard people work on their tunes. It's not easy to play a guitar. It's not easy to play an instrument. It's like me, man. I never thought I'd pick up never play the game. I'm like, you'll never get me to touch that guitar. I'm playing Sharp Dressed Man last night on there. You know, it's like, Jesus, I got carpal tunnel. The kids are laughing. I'm missing fucking notes. And all of a sudden, I fucking jump on the table, and I hit a fucking note. I'm bobbing my head. I'm like, you know, the shit starts going to your head, man. You can't play that video game. But like I said, I would have liked to have promoted his music. Maybe we'll get the guitar, he'll get a little tune going so I can play it on the next show. We'll probably do another show in about a week, because once I get in my place, you know, things are going to get going, and we're going to do another show. We're going to go all out, you know. Might try to get some girls to go on webcam. You know, it's a party. It's meant to be fun. And if you don't join in, you're not going to have fun. You really got to get involved with our show. I put everybody and anybody on the air. And even the people who out there who don't like me in the past have been on the air. You know, and that's one of the nice things about the show. You just don't find one like that. You know, and it's kind of like Howard Stern. You know, they want to prosecute the guy. Persecute, whatever the word is. You know, they want to chain him and get him off the air and all this stuff. And he's right. You know, these people want to shut him down. Because why? Because he has mentally handicapped people on his show, or because he has overweight women on his show. I think Howard Stern should stay operable. I think Howard Stern is the man. You know, and who knows? You know, if anybody wants to put me on as a guest on Stern, I'll gladly go on Stern. And I'll talk to Stern himself face to face, and I will tell Stern, I am the Lord. Okay, so just remember that, listeners. You know, I'm up for any interview on any show. Okay, including Howard Stern show. Of course, you know, I hope he throws in a porn star deal, because something about porn stars, you know, there's a fucking big ass melons or something in the movies. I don't know, but Vegas has a lot of melons, guys. A lot of melons, man. Melons all over the place. And these women are probably sitting here, that fucking pig. Well, you know, look at me, all right? You know, I got a couple of kids with ADHD, you know. I've been traveling on the road for 3 months. I don't even want to get into my life, all right? Women in Vegas are goddesses. And any of you, I wish all of you were here to have a brew with me. We could sit here. We could go to fucking, what the hell is that place? Tally Ho! Tally fucking Ho! They got 18-year-olds, totally nude. You go in fucking Tally Ho, they don't serve alcohol. They sell Pepsi only, sodas only. Go get yourself a fucking Pepsi. Sit down in a nice cushioned chair. I guarantee you within 10 minutes you will have a nude teenage girl in your fucking lap dancing. Of course, you know, she's working the money. But come on, this shit's in Las Vegas. Man, I remember my first time at a strip joint. Oh, my God. The guys, some Italian guys, I think, you know, mafia guys, whatever, they stuck me into a fucking topless bar, you know. They got nude ones. They got topless in Vegas. Stuck me in Cheetahs. I sat there that night drinking. I had an Asian girl fucking letting me suck her tits. She was wearing my glasses, sitting in my lap all night. And I had some blonde take me in the back room, felt me up for like an hour. Oh, my God, that was my first experience. And I said, you know, Las Vegas kicks ass. As long as you're just visiting. You know, you visit a couple months, you do your thing, you leave. You leave. That's how it goes. You never want to stay here. You just want to visit a couple months. And you get to do it all. You know, you get to go to MGM, you see the sights, you get to gamble, you get to go to Circus, win a stuffed fucking teddy bear, you know? Win a stuffed fucking teddy bear, and you give it to a woman, and bam, you're in. You're in. It's that fucking teddy bear every time. I see a very vicious cat in front of me. Not quite as large as the lion, but a very vicious cat. Not quite as vicious as the mountain lions I encountered a few weeks ago, but it is a cat. It is a pussy. I see pussy everywhere I go. Welcome to Las Vegas. There's cats everywhere. What do you guys think? I was thinking dirty? Come on. Anyways, I enjoy doing the show, and I haven't really covered any articles the last few weeks. You know, it's kind of hard because you get sidetracked, and one of the things I want to talk about is the floods in the Midwest. And, of course, I was told that those floods are the worst floods in like the last 29 years or 50 years. You know, and the problem is all the ice is melting in the Arctic, and it's gradually working its way to the rivers in North America and into the United States. And the rivers are they're flooding. People are losing their homes, man. People like move my shit upstairs because, you know, they got like 9 feet of fucking water in some places. And you get out the fucking boats, you start paddling, man. Get on your fucking dresser. You fucking with a joint in your mouth and you fucking paddle. You're like, hey, man, got some fucking rapids going on here. You might as well have fun if you're going to do it, you know? They tell you not to go in the water because the shitter exploded and there's shit everywhere in the water. You see pieces of shit floating on the water and you're thinking, what the fuck? I got floaties. But then you think, hey, it's not so bad to swim in the shit. Because in Florida, guess what happens when you swim in shit? You get eaten by an alligator. I mean, I'm an expert when it comes to alligators. I caught an alligator in Florida. I wrestled with an alligator. I fucking almost was in the jaws of an alligator. I have also swam with the alligators, thank you. And they're in the water. And when I had a canoe the one night, we almost tipped, and we were in a lagoon full of hundreds of alligators chomping away. And I'll tell you, it was the scariest experience ever. I mean, the guy I was with was crying. We had guys that were scared. I had 2 guys with me that were scared for their life because the river is a few hundred feet across, and you're in the middle of it, and you're hitting alligators, and you think, God, you got 3 men in a 2-man canoe. You got 800 pounds, you know, me, 200, the other guy like 220, and then you got a guy that's almost 300. You know, you got about almost 700 pounds in that canoe. Thing's tipping the whole way with the current and shit. You got alligators everywhere. I almost got eaten. It's fucking scary. I think that's scary. Something lurks beneath that's going to eat you, and it don't matter if you swim, because once they bite your leg, they keep twisting you in the water until you stop breathing and you drown. That's the power of an alligator. And that's what we're dealing with. That's why I moved from Florida. Because you can only deal with lizards so much before you say, fuck these lizards. Let's move somewhere else. So, you know, if I was in the Midwest, fucking make me swim in shit. Hell, fucking turds and everything. I don't give a fuck. You know, it's like that beats fucking swimming with the alligators. The turd ain't going to come up and bite your ass. It's going to hit you in the chest, splatter you in the car. And, you know, you can go in the shower, you can wash it off, okay? But the whole thing is, in Florida, you swim in shit. Those turds bite back. Oh, yes, those turds bite back. I remember once I was in the ocean about a year ago. I love to snorkel. I probably will take a flight out to the Keys. I'll probably go to Florida again to go swimming. I was in the water one time, 6 feet deep, way out in the ocean. I fucking swim down. There's a fucking barracuda, like, right by my face, man. Big-ass, sharp teeth. It was a pretty big fucking barracuda. It wasn't a fucking 8-footer or 6-footer. It was a 4-foot fucking barracuda. Mouthful of fucking razor-sharp teeth. It's like, man, that fucker could take off my fucking nose. How the hell am I supposed to get sex without a fucking nose? Your nose is what tickles the clit when you're eating the pussy, man. That's what your nose is fucking for. Eating the pussy, tickling the fucking clit. See what I'm saying? So you lose your fucking nose. What are you supposed to tickle the clit with? Then you got to use your fucking hands. You got to get all up in that shit. You know, it's like, and then you got to find a girl who's going to fuck you without the goddamn nose, okay? It's like, will you fuck me, please? I'm in Las Vegas. I'm visiting, but you know what? I got a few stipulations wrong with me here, you know? I ain't got no fucking nose. Is that a problem for you, young lady? You know, so when you go there, you got to wear one of those noses. They got those fake noses with the glasses. And just tell her, say, hey, I'm a fucking puppeteer for a living. I'm a goddamn fucking, I don't know, what would you use? You could be a ventriloquist. And you could get a dummy and make the dummy talk and give the dummy a fucking long Pinocchio nose. And then you can make it talk as you're fucking banging the woman from behind, you know? Be like, I don't know, what could we call him? We can make him like our paranormal mascot shit with the long fucking nose, you know? Kind of like Family Guy. His guy's chin is fucking made of nuts, man. You ever notice it? You ever watch Family Guy? His chin is fucking nuts, all right? It's a fucking nut sack. That's what's hanging on his fucking chin. This ain't no fucking joke, man. I'm telling you, we got some fucking problems here going on. I'll tell you that right now. Don't watch Family Guy. Bad influence with the kids. Kids are copying what Family Guy is doing. My son thinks he's a fucking bully right now because of Family Guy. A kid almost broke my fucking arm today. One son almost broke my arm. One son left a fucking good-ass bruise. My kids are becoming very strong. Or I must be just becoming very frail for my old age. But see, that's the whole thing about being the Lord. You're eternal. None of this physical stuff matters. It's what you do in the afterlife, man. In the afterlife, you're going to see me. You're going to see me smoking. You're going to see me in everything. Because that's what the soul is about. It's about who is more advanced in the soul, who is more spirit, who understands the afterlife. You understand the afterlife, you can do anything on this planet you want. And I am going to be someone who's always going to be free. I'm not going to have some captain at the Salvation Army tell me you're going to burn in the lake of fire. Fine, burn me in the fucking lake of fire. And you watch me rise from the fucking flames, and I'll rule over everything. I'll rule over hell. I was like thinking to myself, I felt like shaking this guy's hand, being like, you know what? I own the lake of fucking fire. I am that fire that burns. Sitting there telling me constant agony because I do not have God in my life. No, the agony comes when you must follow other people. And life is about choices. Life is about being free. And it all starts with toking up a joint on a mountain with a beer in your hand, saying that is what being a man is about. And that's what I did in California. I lived a hard life for a few months. I've seen what it's like, and I don't take life for granted. I love a life, and I appreciate life, and I appreciate the people on my journey, whether it was people on the streets, whether it was girls to hold hands with by the campfire. And did I mention to you, I fucked in the teepee with a 100% Native American woman. And this woman never spoke to me again because she was scared because there was ghosts around the teepees. We were in an Indian village, all right? You know, I'm not claiming to be Indian here, all right? All right, but I'll tell you what, I believe in the power of the spirits, and I believe in some of that peyote and some good smoke, you know? So anyways, what a perfect fantasy. Under the fucking stars, beautiful Indian woman. Okay, she's older, all right? She's a little rugged, but she was, you know, this is the mountains we're dealing with. Native American woman, tan tits, tan ass, tan feet, everything, you know? Woman of color, woman of culture here, you know? We held hands walking around the Indian village. Where are you taking me? I didn't bring no blankets. What's going on? It's chilly. Are we going to get caught? Oh, my God. We did it in that teepee for like an hour straight. I'm sitting there thinking, God, there's mountain lions moving around in the woods. I got my pecker pulled out of my pants. I'm getting my fucking game on, you know? Half of me gets the game on. I live two different lifestyles. Good sinner, bad sinner. Good sinner, let's just cat fuck all the females in this house. Bad sinner, don't give a shit fuck in the park today, despite park recreation was there staring at us. The I don't give a shit fuck. And it happened today, all right? It happened. But anyways, you know, it's been quite an amazing adventure. And I'm just chilling, and tomorrow I'm going to a buffet to eat, and we're going to get stoned. Yeah, I mean, they grow the marijuana legally, and they got a license, and they abide by all the laws. And you know, like I tell some persons, like, I ain't going to meet because, you know, some girl told me, you smoke weed out here. I've seen pictures. It offends me that you got a bong in your hand, you water collectible in your hand. I was like, I don't fucking care if it offends me. I said, I ain't going to smoke in front of you. I ain't going to smoke you out if you're not into it. I said, besides, it's 100% legal what I'm doing, so you can't fucking touch me. She didn't like that answer. She says, fine, I'm not a prude. Well, it's like your last name's fucking Lemons. You sound pretty prudish to me, and you sound like a sour fucking bitch, Mrs. Lemons. Yeah, Mrs. Lemons didn't want to meet me this week. So instead, what I got is a taste of cinnamon in the fucking park today. A taste of fucking cinnamon. I'm telling you, man. I was on the grass for 5 minutes, and I had my hand up a fucking skirt. Yet in California, I waited weeks. I waited weeks to have a tongue in my fucking mouth. Is that too much to fucking ask? You know, come on, man. At least I'm being real. At least I'm being honest and respectful about things. When I go out to California, You go dry, man. If you're looking for pussy, yeah, it's all right if you go to L.A., Los Angeles. It's all right if you go to San Francisco. But if you're up in the mountains of fucking Jackson, good fucking luck. You ain't getting nothing. Your dick is gonna go limp. You're gonna go dry. Unless you got a fat wallet, a little bit of crank. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, something will happen. Something great will happen for you in Jackson. You get one of these skinny crackhead girls in Jackson. But if you're really looking for, a decent fucking girl and stuff like that, gentlemen, Las Vegas is the place. These women are open. These women are honest. It is true. I find a lot of girls out in Vegas that do not whore themselves. They actually, some of the most beautiful girls out here in Vegas, they don't even sleep around. You're like, it's been 2 years since I got any and shit. Because there's just so many girls in Vegas. There's so many. It's a wonderful place, man. It's a wonderful place. And this is Lord Rick, and I'm bringing you the fucking party. We're going to a goth club. We're going to be fucking going to the mountains, investigating. We're going to host this fucking show. And it appears across the street, what I'm looking at currently is it looks like a cop. It looks like an undercover cop. And they're staring at me on the show. This is what's great about this show. I have been involved with the cops while doing this show. I am the radio show host of fucking host. And tomorrow, if you haven't tuned in and you are in the Las Vegas area, there will be a tennis championship that I will be attending. I will be in a tournament tomorrow. It'll be me versus my sister-in-law's boyfriend. Now, of course, you can make one of these evil bets, be like, what do we bet for this? Sitting down, do we bet the sister-in-law? Do I peck on the cheek from the sister-in-law? I gotta fucking make a bet here. I don't like playing without bets. He says, I got nothing to play with in Vegas. Sports. Well, nobody in Vegas plays sports because it's too fucking hot. I told him, I said, dude, I'll play sports with you. I said, when it cools down in the evenings, we will go, and we will be men, and we will be tennis. So tomorrow, the Lord Rick versus John Sanchez in a paranormal urban exploration tennis goddamn fucking tournament of fucking tournaments. And I plan on, if I can find my bandana, tying it around my head and looking like I am a resident of Las Vegas. Applaud, applaud. Yes. So tomorrow, stay tuned, because I plan on going there at the courts, and I plan on winning. Because I just came back, bitches, from the mountains. I came back from the mountains, and I survived. So applaud that. The Lord is here in Vegas. Who would have ever thought that? Went from a concrete slab. I'm staying in a beautiful house right now. Going to be getting my own place, probably downtown. So many girls I'm going to be able to wave at from my balcony. I'm going to meet girls. I'm going to be in porn movies. I'm going to be fucking hosting this show with Chinese girls, man. Come on, you guys know you love AngelOfThyNight Paranormal Radio. And we can even call it AngelOfThyNight Exploration Radio. This is Lord Rick. You're tuning in. Be right back. I'm going on break in 20 seconds. And in the meantime, check us out at www.paranormalsociety.org.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do
go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
I'm back. There's an article out that says in the older space aliens that in Paris, the genetic material from outer space found in a meteorite in Australia played a key role in the origin of life on Earth, according to the study published Sunday. European and U.S. scientists have proved for the first time that 2 bits of genetic coding called nucleobases contained in the meteor fragment are extraterrestrial. Anyways, it goes on to go, suggested that from space rocks that hit Earth 40 years ago, some contain that upon impact. Of course, we've had a lot of meteors hit Earth. And, of course, they found RNA and ribonucleic acid. And it says that these molecules would have been essential to the still mysterious alchemy of somehow gave rise some 4 billion years ago, which would be the dinosaurs, I believe. Because 3.8 to 4.5 billion years ago, life existed on this Earth, not human life. Of course, human life said to be as old as 150 million years to 400 million years. But 4 billion years ago, you had dinosaurs. You had different species on Earth, which, of course, have evolutionized based on, the habitat, because the Earth is a constantly changing state. The point is, the article goes on to explain that these meteorites are hitting Earth and bringing bacteria, diseases, new life to Earth. Now, I'm a firm believer that Earth was not started by anything spiritual here. I think that it came here by meteorite. I think it spread, it grew, it cultivated, and these strings took on their own mutations, thus creating dinosaurs, which led to eventually smaller, more efficient animals, just like efficient cars, more fuel-efficient cars out there. And so, we're sitting here thinking, I'm sitting here thinking about the article on the space meteorite. And it's a good theory. And a lot of people, they sit there and I'm not mocking our religions, but, let's say you're, in Christianity or Catholicism, and, you believe that Jesus died, and you start to sit there and believe that, Jesus is God, and God created Earth, and God's out there in the entire universe. And it's like, it comes down to this. Humans have evolved. We're just advanced animals. We have hair on our bodies. We're advanced animals. We can talk. Animals can talk to one another. But the thing is, we're more advanced. We're not as advanced as alien species out there. And of course, you got to think about that. These UFOs come to Earth. They're advanced. They were here before humans were here. So when they come to Earth, we're just another animal, and that is why abductions occur. That's why these aliens have no feelings when they got you on the table. They don't have no feelings, because they're like, Earth's just this another species that was formed from fucking molecules. Aliens don't treat us like a life form. They're not working with us to go to other planets. They're not healing our cancer or interfering.
We're just the dominant species on Earth. We're not going to always be the dominant species. One day, beings will land on this Earth, and it will be genocide, and they will kill all of us, or they will bring a deadly virus that will kill you, me, and everybody. The threat from aliens and other worlds is very, right now, apparent. And you may laugh, and you may be like, I ain't into the whole UFO thing. But thousands of reports a month come in. Crop circles, people being abducted, people being in a psychologist's office. And they're hypnotized and they see aliens. Why is that? Are all these good people lying? It's about the people that see saucers and discs go up in the air and disappear. Government craft, I don't know. Advanced species, very possible. Millions and billions and millions of planets. And I've seen someone on Daggy 5 who kind of criticized that, being like, there's no life off the Earth, come on. It's like, that's ignorance. You got billions of stars, billions of planets, millions of galaxies. You got millions of solar systems, and in those solar systems are Earth-like planets, carbon-based planets that can contain life. A meteorite hits it. It's enough to make whatever's in that meteorite survive and give birth to life. God theory, it's all nice to say, hey, he's my savior. When I die, I'll be saved. I'll be okay. But you're not going to be okay. You will if you advance yourself on my team as a member of the Paranormal and Ghost Society. Because that's what we're here for, to help you understand death, how to deal with it, how to advance yourself strongly and spiritually, how to advance the soul, to understand that everything has energy. The meteorite that came to this planet has enough energy probably to create its own entity. All that energy from the solar system absorbed into it, it's fall on Earth, that energy is going to carry a form of itself. Thus, life was born on this planet. So you see, our show is also very educational. And before I left California, I found an article called Listening for ETs at Mount Shasta. And it says it may be no accident that a remote volcano valley near Mount Shasta was chosen as the home of a 350-foot radio telescope dish used by SETI. The area near Mount Shasta has well-earned reputation for a place where aliens have been visiting our planet. And, of course, about 30 miles away, they got the Hat Creek Radio Observatory. It's in California. It's away from the cities. It's a tiny town with a bar, a couple shops. And I got SETI out there looking for objects, disc-shaped objects that are seen in orbs around the mountain. Mount Shasta is the cone of an extinct volcano and part of the Cascade Mountain Range in northern California. Rises 14,000 feet in height, maybe more, near the California-Oregon border. I wasn't that far from it. I thought about going and jumping in, but there's a dome on it. Yeah, there goes the $1 million challenge for that, right? Stories of the UFO and Bigfoot sightings mix with a long-held belief that a vortex or space-time doorway lies within the mountain. Tunnels are deep in Mount Shasta, and the Rosicrucians say the tunnels were used by Lemurians, survivors of the sinking continents of Mu over 12,000 years ago, which they also claim that the people of Lemuria still live deep in the bowels of the mountain. In other words, when Atlantis went down, that's where they went, is to live in the tunnels below the volcano. Some UFO researchers claim the U.S. government allows aliens to use a facility deep inside or under Shasta as an Earth base. Archaeologists tell us that Mount Shasta area has been inhabited by humans since as early as 2500 before Christ. They claim that the first inhabitants were Native Americans who considered the mount to be a sacred place and a center of, creation. So here we go on creation. Since that time, over 100 different religious organizations and New Age groups have claimed the mount as a sacred place. A Cosmo PowerPoint, a place for ETs. And, of course, funded by Microsoft, Paul Allen, the co-founder, he's funding the SETI Observatory. And, of course, the article goes on to say that they're looking for life and signals and everything else. And, maybe it'll produce results. I don't know. It's to put an observatory there is a good idea, but it's also a bad idea. If there's something down in these tunnels, I I think that's where we need to be. We need to take some guy like me to look for this shit. You're going to have SETI in the fucking tunnels with a fucking mine light on, crawling on their hands and knees. I'm going to be in the tunnels, God damn it. I'm going to be in the tunnels. Point is at this present time, is that Mount Shasta is one of the top alien places in the world. And I want to go, and I want to investigate it. People see aliens in them tunnels. People often abducted, taken into the base below the mountain. I want to go to that base. I want to have sex with a beautiful Lemurian female. Blonde hair, blue eyes, tiny. I want to do it. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little kinky out there. You got to live life. When you get 60 years old, you ain't going to be able to get it up. You're going to have to take Viagra. Enjoy the sex now while you're young, guys. Enjoy it now. I'm a young fucking buck. I'm going to enjoy myself. I don't care if it's an alien or if it's what it is, Okay, I do care what it is. But I'm just saying, you're gonna go to Mount Shasta, roaming around the tunnels, and something's gonna take you away. You make sure you get the pants down. You let them test you. You give them what they fucking want. They want to reproduce. They got to keep living. You live underground, you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna lose 9 out of 10 residents. It's not safe to be, born in deep under the earth. It's not. So, I'm gonna contribute. To mankind, I will donate my sperm to the Lemurians at Mount Shasta. I will. And just like the Church of the Salvation Army, I will hold my tambourine and my hand towards the heavens in that base. And the reason why I will hold my hand towards the heavens is because I will be gasping for fresh air while looking for the aliens of Mount Shasta. This is AngelOfThyNight Paranormal Radio. And I think I'm going to cover one more article. And I'm not sure. I thought I said I was going to cover a little bit about Friday the 13th. And it's kind of funny because, of course, Friday the 13th is one of those days that, it's past. A lot of people out there are very superstitious. But anyway, it says how Friday the 13th works. And it says, let's look at this objectively for a second. And it says, in order to organize time, human beings created calendars. Okay, fine. Whatever. As part of today's dominant calendar system, every year is divided into 12 periods of months consisting of 30 days each. Yeah. We know this. All days are grouped into sets of 7 called weeks. In the Western world, a significant chunk of population suspects bad things will happen whenever the 13th day of a month occurs on the day of the week called Friday. I hate to break it to you people, but there was a movie called Friday the 13th with Jason and Voorhees. You stole that day from him, and you made it a fucking official holiday. And now every Friday the 13th rolls around, I got to get my fucking pecker wet to know I'm a lucky fucking dude. So I read the article, and it goes on, like many human beliefs, the fear of Friday the 13th, known as Paraskevita is actually grounded in the scientific logic. But the really strange thing is that most people who believe in the day is unlucky offer explanation. Well, duh. Again, can we go back to Jason Voorhees? As with most superstitions, people fear Friday the 13th for its own sake without any need for background information. The superstition does have deep, compelling roots. However, the origins help explain why the belief is widespread today. So they go on to say the Christian tradition, which says the fear of Friday the 13th stems from separate fears, the fear of number 13 and the fear of Fridays. Both fears have deep roots in Western culture, particularly Christian theology. 13th is significant to the Christians because it's a number of people that were present at the Last Supper. Holy fucking shit. And it talks about Jesus and his 12 apostles. Fine. I had the Last Supper a few weeks ago. And I told you, Joseph was there, Mary was there, and my disciples or apostles were there. James. No, Ricky, James, and Jared. I'm getting my son's names all mixed up. See what you guys are doing to me? Must be some of that token stuff that I've been doing, Oh, boy. I didn't have everybody at the Last Supper. I'm going to have to have how am I going to have another Last Supper? God, I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to find my investigators. I'm going to have to name them apostles. And we're going to have to sit down and have a last supper before we jump in Mount Shasta and hope we live. Okay? While we're searching for aliens, reaching our hands up, calling for the Lord, gasping for fucking breath. Do you see what's happening? Do you see the connection that's going on in tonight's show? The connection. Got some fucking connections going on here. All these articles are interlinking. Leaking. Anyway, 12 apostles. Judas, the apostle who betrayed Jesus, was the 13th member of the party to arrive. Some people say Judas was a vampire, or he was a demon at one time, which he is a demon from what I've heard based on some possession cases. That goes on to say Christians have traditionally been weary of Friday because Jesus was crucified on a Friday. And theologians hold that Adam and Eve ate from the forbidden fruit on a Friday, and a great flood began on a Friday. And Christians would never begin a new project trip on a Friday, fearing that they would be doomed from the start. Sailors were very superstitious back then. They would not take their ships out on Friday. British Navy commissioned a ship in the 1800s called HMS Friday in order to quell the superstition. The Navy selected a crew on a Friday, launched a ship on a Friday, even selected a name named James Friday as the ship's captain. Hey, I see. And then one Friday morning, the ship set off to the maiden voyage and disappeared forever. A similar, entirely factual story in the heroine flight of Apollo 13. Bet you guys didn't know that. Some historians suggest that the Christians' distrust Fridays is actually linked to the early Catholic Church's overall suppression of pagan religions and women on Fridays. In the Roman calendar, Friday was devoted to Venus, the goddess of love. When Norsemen adapted the calendar, they named that day after Frigg and Freya, Norse goddess connected to love and sex. Baby. Both of those strong female figures once posed a threat to male-dominated Christianity. The theory goes on, the Christian Church vilified the day named after them. In other words, the Christians really hate Friday the 13th, okay? The characterization may also be laid apart in the fear of the number 13 when said Frigg would offer to join a coven of witches, normally a group of 12, bringing a total of 13. And the idea may have originated with the Christian Church itself. And a similar Christian legend holds that 13 is unholy because it signifies the gathering of 12 witches in Satan himself. You know what my name is? Some people call me the devil in disguise. Others call me the Lord. Maybe they're two of the same. Did you ever think about that? They said Christ would come back to this earth. They said the Lord would come back. I was told this when I was eating at the church dinner. Went for breakfast. I had a sausage. It was so bad. It tasted like dead animals were in there. And I had some guy eating without teeth, spitting all over me. And, it was just a nightmare. My kids were all scared, drinking the orange juice. So like, Daddy, they had this one place that I was going to sleep at a church in a room full of like 20 people. They stick me with a needle. Like, hey, we're going to give you a tuberculosis. Got to check you for tuberculosis. You're going to be sharing a room with somebody. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like a TB shot a couple days ago. They stick me in the fucking arm. And the lady's like, hey, you haven't had any tetanus. So I got my tetanus, so I can't even lift my arm for a fucking week. But see, here's the funny thing. I love needles. So I'm getting off, I'm just like, stick me some more, Pain is what I need. Help take my mind off my situation. So, but it's pretty crazy. And now you get a little bit of piece of that story on the Christianity view towards Friday the 13th. Of course, the number 13 could also have been considered pagan because there are 13 months in a pagan lunar calendar. And of course, the lunar calendar corresponds to the human menstrual cycle, connecting the number of femininity. And of course, thou shalt not have sex before marriage. Thou shalt not have sex with your neighbor, which I don't see why not. I got a neighbor with a nice set of tits. And she says, come here, big boy. Come here, Rick. I'm supposed to pass it up? Any normal man's not going to pass it up. Just like the nude lady streaking down Jackson Main Street. Every person was looking at this girl's tits, even the girl, and discussing this girl's nipples and titties. There was titty discussions going on at a place. People were talking about tits. I was talking about tits. I had tits on my face. I had tits rubbing on my chest. This girl was bare naked on Main Street. It doesn't happen in Vegas. I'm sure it does. Tally Ho. So check them out, folks. Proud sponsor of Tally Ho Strip Club, downtown Las Vegas. This is Angel of Thy Night, Paranormal Radio. We're going to go on break. Okay, this is AngelOfThyNight Radio. We're back. I was going to have a special, but I think I'm going to save it for next time. I have a file on a little bit on hauntings and ghosts, and it's really interesting because I think it has some do's and don'ts and some things that I can get into, but it's a really big discussion, and so I'm going to save it for our next show. I am, however, going to finish one other cool thing that goes with this, and it's another tradition, I guess, of Friday the 13th. And I know I've been talking about Friday the 13th. This was supposed to be done when we did our show on Friday the 13th. And, you know, I never thought about it. I got so busy partying and toking. And I wanted to get this out because, you know, when people listen to our show, they're going to say, hey, this is cool, that's cool. You know, they're going to learn something off the show. They're not going to just learn that I had the I don't give a shit fuck at the park today in Las Vegas in 100-degree fucking desert with my pants fucking down, being caught all around. You know, people are just not gonna. I mean, they're just not gonna realize. They're gonna listen to this show at first and hear dirty human. They're gonna be appalled. But when they get to the end of this show, they're gonna believe in Lord Rick. They're gonna believe in me. And I'm gonna tell you something about Friday the 13th. I'm gonna tell you things you never knew about it. You're gonna be scared on Friday the 13th. Well, maybe not scared. You're going to party more like I do because every day is a party. But you got to party a little more on some days, and this is one of the days I always party. And other traditions are the Christian perspective on Friday the 13th and most relevant today, but the only part of Friday the 13th is really the tradition. Again, is Jason Voorhees, but they don't want to listen to me. Some trace the infamy to the number 13 back to ancient Norse culture. And in Norse mythology, they believe Harald Balder was killed at a banquet by mischievous god Loki, crashed the party of 12, bringing the group to 13. This story is as well the story as the Last Supper, led to the one of the most entrenched 13 related beliefs. I can't even read blah blah. You should never sit down to a meal in a group of 13. There you have it. It was not the Last Supper. I did not have enough apostles a few weeks ago. Okay. So anyways, another significant piece of legend in this bad Friday the 13th that occurred in the Middle Ages. On a Friday the 13th in 1306, King Philip of France arrested the revered Knights Templar and began torturing them, marking them the occasion as the Day of Evil. Both Friday and the number 13th were very once closely associated with the capital punishment. In British tradition, Friday was a conventional day for hangings, public ones, and there were supposedly 13 steps leading up to the noose. Ultimately, the complex folklore of Friday the 13th doesn't have much to do with people's fears today. The fear has much more to do with personal experiences. Yeah, you know how many people write me, so many girls write me on the internet. They're like, this happened at my house. You know, the problem is when you do paranormal, you want to go on a date. You don't want to talk about the paranormal. You know, a girl sees my personal life. You do paranormal? That's so cool. That's so interesting. Pretty soon I'm talking about Casper the fucking ghost. We're not talking about my fucking cock. We're talking about Casper the ghost. You know, that freaks them out. Then they're scared. Then they want to come on an adventure. Then they don't want to do nothing because they think there's ghosts in the bedroom. Poor me. Getting laid doesn't come very often. And when it does, it's because of holidays like Friday the 13th. When I say, hey, guys, we're having a party. We're inviting some broads. We're smoking some fucking cigars. Yeah, see? So anyways, as I was going on about Friday the 13th, people learn at a young age that Friday the 13th is supposedly unlucky. For whatever reason, they took that evidence in the legend as true. The evidence is hard to come by, of course. If you get in a car wreck on one Friday the 13th, lose your wallet, or even spill your coffee, that day will probably stay with you forever. But if you think about it, bad things, big and small, happen all the time, and if you're looking for bad luck on Friday the 13th, you're going to find it, which goes on about how to apply energy. And if you apply your energy in the right place, even like the power of prayer at these churches, it may not be about God at all. It may be just the prayer is so powerful that this person wishes me so much good energy that it protects me from car accidents. That good things start to happen to me. And good things don't happen. I'm getting settled in Vegas. I'm partying in Vegas. I'm visiting the summer in Las Vegas. And just think, you know, in a couple a couple more months, I'll go back to California in time for Halloween. I'll bring you guys some good Halloween adventures up in the mountains as we fucking hike in the woods looking for Sasquatch. I got a nice time coming up ahead. I'm looking towards the future. I'm looking forward to the future. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show tonight. It's been dirty. It's been raw. It's been humorous. It's been educational. Now, if those hookers were to come by, or these Chinese girls that this guy that called in said he would offer, I'd like to know if you're still out there. Because I'm sitting here, there's nobody parked on the street. There's nobody walking. Send out a broad. I love slanted pussy, all right? I love Chinese girls. They're loyal. They're cultural. They're cute. They're fucking tight. I like them tight. Little tiny Asian girls. You send a nice Oriental girl, an Asian girl, something. Send her my way. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm staying a few months. I'm here to enjoy the scene. I want to welcome all you urban explorers, the new ones, the Daggy 5. I want to welcome you on to my groups if you join them. We're always looking for people for safety checks, people who know how to explore, people who know how to investigate. And we'll meet up for a brew. We'll hang out. We'll whistle at broads. Hell, we'll meet broads. We'll whistle at each other. I don't care. We'll go out. We'll get stoned. We'll go out to the canyons, and we'll look for the paranormal. We'll look for UFOs. We'll look for fun things, Whether I'm in Las Vegas, I'm in California. What this is about, it's about friendship. It's about truth. And it's about adventure. And even though I'm a member of even though I'm a founder of the Paranormal and Ghost Society, I got a dog chasing me right now. This is really good. Even though I'm the founder of the Paranormal and Ghost Society, I like to think of my members as equals. And I like to consider you all a part of my group. And you're more than welcome to come on out to Las Vegas and meet with me and have a drink and have dinner. And tag along for some of these adventures. And when I get based out in California, because that's going to be our main base in a couple months, I'm going to go back because I've already got a bunch of places to check out, and we'll start getting some explorations growing. Sounds like I'm growing marijuana plants. We're going to get some marijuana plants growing, so we could use them on the investigation, See? So anyways, yeah. This is AngelOfThyNight Paranormal Radio. And it's a shame that guy never called back because I was really looking forward to some of that Chinese pussy fight. People say, hey, Rick, you ain't got no respect for women. That's not true. You gotta, the one thing I always respect about people in Las Vegas is they're eccentric. You meet a couple, the couple says, hey, we're looking for a broad. We're looking for a broad to join in and do a menage a trois. It's the same thing with me. I come to Vegas, I'm coming to party, I'm coming here to toke, to have sex. I meet a girlfriend, I meet a girlfriend, I make her co-host of the show. Imagine me finding some crazy girlfriend. She co-hosts the show, I'll make her. Come on, think about it, guys. I'm the Lord, I'll do that for you. All right? So I take care of you on the down low, all right? I take care of you. But anyways, we got a great radio show. And this is live from Las Vegas. And I don't know how many listeners we had because the stats aren't calculated just from our chat room. We got stats coming in from everywhere. And I'd like to thank you listeners tonight. I'd like to thank Digital Photography and Mike. Good luck with that guitar. Get it up and running. Do some tunes. I'll play them on the show. I'll promote your music. I'd like to thank everybody who's helped me out. I make a lot of religious jokes and stuff, but truly the Mormon Church, the Salvation Army and stuff did help me with my homelessness problem so I could get back here to Vegas and try to get my life together, It's not funny when you blow $4,000 in your gas tank looking for housing and end up on a concrete slab. But, it's not funny either when some gothic girl that you've been kissing and cuddling with out by the campfire turns around and says to you, hey, some guy from Jack in the Box asked me out, and, you're no longer my man, You're no longer my hot romance or my twin flame or whatever the fuck they want to call it. So experiences, folks. We've had them. And you've been right with me from the beginning on the show. You've heard what I've been through. You've seen me survive. And you witness the power of Lord Rick. This is AngelOfThyNight Paranormal Radio. Zoning on out, folks. Going to toke one up. catch you on the downside, live from Las Vegas, a week from today. Of course, keep in mind, that's if I got a phone by then. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for calling in, Mike. And as far as the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And keep in mind, TV producers, $1 million challenge. Lord Rick takes on. We'll say the crystal skulls of fucking hell, all right? No, Rick Rowe takes over hell. Yes. Oh, did I just reveal my last name? You know what's funny about a name? Names mean nothing. However, legends mean everything. Mike, keep doing what you're doing. You're a legend in urban exploring, and I like to pat myself on the back. I'm definitely a legendary paranormal ghostbuster. There's not going to be anybody out there like me. And I like Mike's show idea about making some show where I show up at someone's house and I appall them and everything else, but we bust them ghost. Excellent idea. On our next show, I'm going to be talking about some haunting things. I'll be talking about the Big Bang Theory, the Big Bang, bada bing, bada boom. And we're going to be addressing a few other really cool articles. I'm not going to do them tonight because it'll extend our show way too long. And I'll tell you what, I got a great Powerade in the freezer. I got a bowl pack for me. And I got satellite fucking TV. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to be eating a burger, drinking my Powerade, smoking my weed, watching a big screen TV. Might even at late, when it gets dark and late, put on some nudies. I get the Playboy channel, get the Penthouse channel, and I'm going to put it on. And I'm going to enjoy myself because I'm no longer in Jackson, California. Signing out. Good night, folks. Angel of Thy Night Radio.